That is definitely a thing that should happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit. But that is A-okay. We're going to make just a quick change here.
Oh no.
Would go.
On your thing.
The people must hear the Olio voice.
This weekend has been a terrible thing for like audio configurations everywhere.
Mine's been fine.
How so?
There we go. Now everybody can see all the lovely beans.
I don't know. I now have a Chipotle commercial going.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Let me know when you're up.
Now I see the beans.
Yep.
Whew. What a relief.
Right. You up, Dirk, or?
Oh yeah, just said it.
Ethan, I never realized you were holding a gun.
Oh god, not the gun.
Nice.
Again.
That's even spookier.
Eldrath cast gun.
I did? Oh shit.
That's my shtick.
He stole it from your bag.
Well, welcome everybody to another episode of Tyranny of Dragons, the Cold Blood War.
Woohoo!
This is our bi-weekly campaign for 5th edition with a little bit of homebrew thrown in. And we've taken Tyranny of Dragons and we've just re-flavored it a little bit. And now it's taken on a life of its own, frankly, if I'm honest.
Uh-oh.
We've gone off the rails a couple of times, but you know what? We're back on, and let's do it. You know.
No complaints.
Let's go.
It's not so bad.
It's very crunchy.
It is a little bit.
Even a no.
Aw, thank you, Ethan.
Also, Dana, I
Yes.
absolutely love your reactive image on your stream.
Oh my God, yes,
Oh,
I
yes.
love it.
It's so
Yes,
cute.
this is so cute.
It totally reflects me. You know, when I'm talking, I'm very calm and in control. But when you guys are talking, I'm frantically searching my books to try to figure out how to counter what you're doing.
Also, have a host.
Oh, thank you. But yes, so in the background you can hear Adrian von Ziegler there playing through the Music Meister music bot that we have here. You can listen to Adrian on YouTube. You can listen to them on Spotify if you like. You can also support them on Patreon. They do let people use their music for their streams with no charges, no licensing or anything like that. So thank you, Adrian. That's very kind of you. Go ahead.
Also have a band camp.
Oh, do they? I did not know.
Oh yeah.
I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I will drop it in the soundstage chat. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in the Cold Blood War general chat.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sounds
There we
good.
go.
All right.
Yeah, I should have done that for Arthrax rather than put it in the
And I'll
soundstage chat.
In your Twitch chat.
There we go.
I'll put it in mine.
Is it Bandcamp that like if you purchase on a Friday, all proceeds go to the artist?
I don't know, but if that is true, that's amazing.
I believe that's how shit like that's supposed to work.
Well, I hope that's true.
Oh, it's specific Fridays of the year, but it's called Bandcamp Friday.
Love it.
The first Friday of every month. So if you buy an artist's music on the first Friday of the month, the artist gets all of the revenue, and Bandcamp waives all their fees.
I'll be damned. That's a hell of a good reason to use Bandcamp. Okay. Anyway, sorry, tangent. Sorry. I love it when people support artists.
There's
Who's following
sorry,
me?
One itty teeny tiny last thing. There's a website called isitbandcampfriday.com, and it will tell you what the event is.
Oh, the internet
Thanks
never
for the
changes, and I love it.
Was it 120? I
All
don't
right.
know the.
So, introducing
characters
our players, we have playing
Welcome to the Dork Squad.
Eldrath, the
Enjoy your stay.
Shifter, Warlock Bard. We have Unchecked the White Tiger, aka Ethan.
Hello.
Playing Arthurax, the Spiderfolk Rogue, we have Saku Darkfang.
Hello, everyone.
Playing Jessica, the Wolffolk Sorceress, we have Duff Wolf.
I just got laid.
Woohoo!
I just had sex.
Make a Constitution save.
Oh no, that was if Jess had hit on Birch.
Aw, no. Don't touch Birch.
Whoa.
Playing Cassidy, the Rabbit Folk Artificer, we have Tazel Sixpaws.
Shoot first and make intimidation rolls later.
If only, right? And then playing Olia, the Hyena Folk Paladin, we have Dirk the Red Panda.
Hi. Oh shit, what was I gonna do? Oh yes, the bar. Where's the nearest bar?
Such a good being.
That's very Dirk.
Oh,
That's very
very
both
Dirk.
very Dirk and very very Olia too. I love it.
We're one and the same.
When last we left our heroes, Arthurax the Spiderfolk Rogue, Jessica the Wolffolk Sorcerer, Eldrath the Shifter Warlock Bard, Cassidy the Rabbit Folk Artificer, and Olia the Hyena Folk Paladin, our party found themselves in Waterdeep and still on the trail of the Cult of the Dragon, now splitting off from the caravan to travel to the North Gate. While Jesse, Olia, and Arthurax secured lodging at the Yawning Portal, Cassidy and Eldrath followed the cult and discovered they were planning to leave the next day with another group, their destination unknown. While Arjan joined the group at the Yawning Portal, they all reconvened as Jessica broke off with Crick for a night together. However, bardish antics and a secret meeting with the Harpers interfered until finally the two were able to spend time together alone. We now join our heroes as the night creeps in and people begin to head off to sleep. So, just as a reminder, Crick and Jessica obviously have disappeared for the night. They have already faded to black, so we will not be going into that at all for Twitch TOS reasons. And
That's what
Cassidy-
you.
that's where, yeah, no. If you even try, I swear to God. Cassidy and Arthurax have both thrown in the towel after having far too many drinks.
Regretfully.
I
right
believe just the perfect amount, yes.
Yeah.
I believe that Olia took Arthurax to the room, but we didn't
Yes.
specify if you went to bed or not.
Well, I'll think about it. He
All
just
right.
sits on the bed and just starts thinking if he should fall asleep.
And then that leaves...
As he's thinking, he falls asleep.
Spoiler.
well, that leaves Arjan and Eldrath at the table in the Yawning Portal. You do note that the city does not stop at night. It is a 24-hour city. Definitely different staff appear at the Yawning Portal. A lot of nocturnal people. But otherwise, most of the diurnal people have already wandered off for the night. As Arjan is finishing a mug of ale, sitting with you, Eldrath, and says in Draconic to you, "This is how you spend your evenings with your friends, yes?"
Eldrath responds in Draconic. Whenever we're in a town, I suppose, yes. But it's been a while since we have.
It's nice. It's been a while since I've had time to spend with people. Usually I'm on my own.
It's not terrible, is it?
No, just lonely. But I do have some concerns that have arisen. I plan to go to the Temple of Torm tonight to do a little bit of research and also to get a good night's sleep after, as he holds up his mug. the inaction of the Lord's Alliance and the Order of the Gauntlet disturbs me.
Yes, I think I think some sleep is definitely in order.
Indeed. Well, my young friend, I hope you have a good night and sleep well.
Eldrath will retire to his own room if he has one. I don't know.
You would have been given a key, yeah.
Okay.
The rare occasion where you have a room to yourself.
Do his usual thing where he ritually casts like alarm and all that shit. Yeah.
As everybody tucks in for the night, and you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Ooh.
All right. Next morning, as the sun is rising, Jessica.
Yes.
So, did you use the cleansing stone to clean off all of the fur dye and various other accoutrements to your disguise?
Yeah.
All right. As you are coming to in the morning, another pair of arms around your middle, as Crick snores softly in your ear.
About what time would you say it is? Like, just about sunrise kind of deal?
Just
or-
about sunrise, so probably about 6 a.m., 6:30, somewhere around there.
Okay. I will very gently hold his hands in mine and just sort of turn my head to rub muzzles with him. Give him a couple licks, try and wake him up.
Hey, what? No. Oh.
Good morning.
Oh, it wasn't a dream. Yes. As he gives you a quick squeeze.
Sleep okay?
So, yeah, I slept great. How about you?
Yeah. Probably the best I have in months.
As he kind of smiles and his tail wags at that. You know, it could be more nights like that.
I'm looking forward to them.
As he gives you another squeeze and just kind of nuzzles into your neck. You know, we could just stay here. We don't have to get up.
I know, and I wish I didn't have to. There's nothing I want more than to just stay right here with you, hon. But saving the world.
I mean, he looks away for a second before lowering his voice. You could always walk away.
I wish I could, but it's a little bit personal, and I wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, I thought that might be the answer.
Yeah, you ever just feel like there's something you absolutely have to do, as much as you wish you didn't have to, as much as you wish you could just turn a blind eye to it, push it out of your brain?
Yeah. Saying goodbye to you.
Don't make me cry. Come on.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I know it's selfish. It's selfish.
No. When this is all over, I will be back. Promise.
Own you to that.
I do not want last night to be the last time we get to spend together. Trust me on that.
All right. So he kisses your shoulder and lets you go.
And I will roll over real quick before I climb out of bed and give him another kiss on the lips. Long and slow.
Make an athletics check.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
You may not have a choice.
As you lean in to give him a kiss, and he just grabs your shoulders and does a little hop, jump, and spin in the air. Because the thing you have learned, especially last night, Crick is very acrobatic and flexible.
Fair enough.
As he pins you onto the bed, and just looks down at you and just smiles.
Oh.
We could be 10 minutes late, though, maybe?
5 minutes of cuddles? I don't want to keep... These are the kind of people you don't want to keep waiting very long.
I accept your proposal.
All right.
As everybody else, you all start rousing from your sleep. I need everybody who drank heavily yesterday to roll a Constitution save.
Oh, boy.
dear.
Here we go.
I'll do this.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oof.
not
Oh.
good.
Constitution.
Oh.
Hey.
Well, you do have advantage, Olia, because of your racial stats.
Ah,
So roll again.
I like rolling twice. It's fun.
Well, there you go.
Hey, fun.
What I like about Olia, consistency.
Hooray.
So, Arthurax, Olia, you wake up feeling fresh as a daisy. It's a good day. Birds are chirping.
Oh.
Cassidy and Eldrath. There is screeching and scrawling birds outside, and there's the sound of a whole bunch of nasty people, and there's just crowds running around. It's so loud.
Cassidy is. You ever have that friend who can basically sleep in just about any position that would normally break a spine or a skeleton?
Oh, hey, it's me.
Yeah. So that's how she basically went to sleep, just folded up and just snoring and drooling on the bed. And she wakes up and she's like, "Hop along, kill him for me." She
As it-
creaks open an eye and like, "Oh shit." Not
As
here.
Hopalong's eyes go red. Kill mode activated.
Oh, no.
Wait, I forgot I had that on. Where's the safety?
Hopalong doesn't have to do anything though, because Eldrath's already shooting some Eldritch blasts at the birds.
So as soon as she wakes up and she realizes what has happened, she's gonna be fumbling with her tinker's tools and just like cursing the loudest badgerish rootin' tootin' curses anybody ever could understand or hear. And she is going to can she still swap? She can still swap out her spells.
You
this condition.
you swap out at long rest, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So she's basically saying, she's grumbling, "Okay, take out this one," and she'll take out web and put in lesser restoration. And she'll use that immediately. She'll basically take a thing of water, take this one disc, plop it in the water, and watch it fizz. She didn't know exactly how she did that, but she did it. And she's going to drink that thing down, and she is going to remove her poison condition.
Glock, glock, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
Copyright.
All right. Yeah, you with your ability of lesser restoration, you are able to remove your poisoned affliction. Eldrath, however, you know what? Actually, no. Because of your background, Eldrath, I think we should have you roll at advantage for your con save. Because I just thought of your Dragonborn heritage.
I mean, does that work towards that kind of poison? I thought it was only like.
Oh, that's true. It is for poison
damage.
damage.
Poison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Is
Well-
pouring rain outside.
Nice.
After you Tazel, you or Cassidy, after you have your bubbly drink in the morning to ease your pain, you see a bolt of eldritch energy flying out of the window from another room nearby, and a whole bunch of feathers exploding.
Of course.
She'll peer out the window and she'll like look at those and just remember how bad it sounded when she woke up. She'll just like lean her head out the window and just like call over to Eldrath. Good shooting.
Fuck you kindly.
Wow.
Morning to you, Buttercup. And she'll just close the window and get her stuff together. They don't ever need to know.
Hey.
But as you all make your way downstairs, Jessica, just a few minutes after everybody else, as you reconvene in the dining hall of the Yawning Portal.
Food. Yay.
Jesse, you actually remember that somebody said that they would make you breakfast yesterday.
Real talk, it's been 2 weeks. I forgot that.
You went to the temple.
Oh, knock.
A certain kobold.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They had said they wanted a meeting.
This is true. So, I will just sort of comes down, does the big arm stretch and yawn. Oh, morning.
Morning.
But don't you look radiant?
Well, I had a good night.
Gives a big grin. I'll bet you did.
We heard.
Someone's not wearing their dye this morning.
Yeah, with that. At this point, Dana, would I still have my my dye? Any of it left to, or is the cleansing stone like the all gone, no more?
No, the cleansing stone just cleaned off what you had on at that moment.
Okay.
If you had wanted to reapply, you
Yes.
still had enough of a supply. You had bought 2 months worth.
Oh, sweet. Then yes, I have reapplied.
Yeah, okay.
So, yes, dye is set, binder on, dude clothes worn, back into Jesse mode at this point.
You still got my stone?
Yeah, here you go. And I will hand it back.
She nods and puts it in her backpack.
Thank you.
Who's ready for some food? I'm starving.
Oof,
Ah.
me too.
I can
Actually, on
hand
that
bacons.
note, was Nox's offer meant to be for the group, out of character?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Then Jesse will. On that note, I actually arranged us a special breakfast for the group.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How much does it
Really?
cost?
Yeah.
Nothing. No.
It's like
Complimentary.
some fancy brunch or something?
Yeah, we'll see. And she's like very heavily like winking, like, hey, this is, saving the world type stuff. Hint, hint, nod, nod, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
well, yeah. It's a
Suspicious.
specially made breakfast.
Oh boy, I love fancy. I haven't had fancy in forever.
Um,
All right.
we don't want to keep them waiting though. It's kind of an early reservation, so let's.
Oh.
If you guys want to follow me, I can take you there.
Gotta stop by the stables.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll probably sort of lead the group out the front to the stable so we can get our animals, and and then start heading towards the music store.
All right. The music store that is only just a few blocks away. You note that the music store looks very homely in the morning light. In the windows, you can see several fiddles, lutes, drums, flutes, and horns of various sizes. Prominently featured is a full-sized harp, a dark iron with brass fittings and ivory inlay. And up above the door is a sign that reads Strings and Things, with a harp pictured next to the store name. Mostly the exterior is unassuming, a simple whitewashed brick and oak trim, and the front door has a simple, just wooden door with a latch.
Arthrax arches an eyebrow and turns to Jess. Are you expecting us to eat instruments?
No. Follow me.
Is this like one of the music theater restaurants or something?
Nah. I just, I know what the guys back.
Well, Olia peeks into the group and just goes, "Oh, I think I get the joke." He just points to the side.
He pats Oli on the head. Yes, good boy.
While everyone's discussing, Eldrath is already walking inside, flabbergasted by the
Oh,
stuffs.
It's
Like,
like,
wow.
Eldrath has found heaven.
Well, walking in, the walls are lined with several instruments of varying styles and sizes. Looking around, you can see lutes as well as 6-string acoustic guitars hanging from pegs, several made from natural wood, several also painted black, white, a smattering of other colors. Up against the wall, there are several drums and long horns, as well as several harps and lyres. An elderly halfling woman polishes a lute in her lap as she's sitting in a rocking chair. Well, hello, sweeties. Do you need an instrument? You look like you'd be good with a shawm.
Actually, we were wondering if you have any friends that may be particularly good performers of a certain stringed variety. And Jesse will kind of like, this is the person in the front we're supposed to meet with, right? And like,
Seems to be the proprietor.
okay, yes. So yes, I will sort of open my my coat just enough to sort of show off the brooch inside.
As she nods and puts the lute down onto the side of the rocking chair and gets up. Follow me.
And I'll wave the group with me to follow after her.
She walks towards the back, motioning everybody to follow, and leads you to a storage room where there are several crates and boxes stacked up. She moves to one particularly large crate and lifts the lid, showing a ladder that leads down into a natural cavern.
And I will just kind of put my hands together and nod in kind of like a thank you way. And I will take the ladder first. Come on, guys.
Is this where they hold the special instruments? Or...
Come on, Eldrath.
Apparently so.
Oh.
I guess I'm gonna have to park. Hop along outside again. Miss, you don't mind if my rabbit stays here? I don't think he can get down a ladder.
Well, he's not gonna gnaw on my lutes, is he?
Not unless you want it.
Well, I definitely don't.
Well, then he won't.
Good. I'm watching you, Rabbit.
Rabbit's ears like twitch towards, and he just like stares.
Good, as long as we understand each other.
He nods.
You'd be more worried about me, honestly. Anyway.
Which is why he's coming with us. Jessica's got that good hearing. She can hear she can hear that.
Arthrax will climb down the stairs very cautiously.
So as you all travel down the stairs, Jesse, you recognize the atrium, the one that you were ushered into when Carlin entered from the alley entrance, and can see the tunnel that leads further down.
And what?
What the same hell's going on?
Guys, come on. It's not obvious by now. Hello? And she'll open.
Where's our food?
She'll open the jacket again to flash the Harpers. This is where I was taken last night when I stepped out of the inn. Harpers want to talk to us.
Cassidy looks at Jesse a little bit with like narrow eyes. You've been an agent all this time?
No.
How?
One of our team, the one who left before you joined us, Zir, he was with them. And
Oh, I know Zir.
when we parted ways, he gave me his brooch so that we could work with the Harpers on this.
So Zir was the agent.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Next time,
And
just
I
tell
will-
me I was having PTSD.
What?
Next time, just tell me where we're going. I was having PTSD for a moment.
Oh, calm yourself. Don't be such a baby. And I will
Alright.
lead the group down into the atrium and look for anyone familiar.
Traveling downward below the surface along the long tunnels, it's dark and damp conditions, lit occasionally with an ever-burning torch ensconced into the walls, and the air is thick with the smell of seawater and wet dirt, dust, and stone. But after a few minutes, you all eventually reach a large open chamber, where across the chamber is an altar made of alabaster, where there are several lit candles, and in the middle of the altar is the platinum chain.
Are we sacrificing someone for breakfast?
No. No, Olia. Someone here will be making us breakfast.
With a sacrifice?
No. Jesus.
Oh boy. Better be good. And
I
safe.
I will be looking around for Carlin or Nock or anyone whom we've encountered before.
Also in the chamber, of course, is an area with several crates of books, as well as a area with a pulpit and several dozen chairs. And sitting in the chairs by the pulpit is a human with black hair, leather armor, and several short blades strapped to his waist, which, Jesse, you would know to be Carlin. Next to him is a familiar-looking half-elf, Nezem, who four of you met in Greenest, know to be Leosin's apprentice. And also sitting in a chair next to them is a white-scaled dragonborn wearing cleric robes of blue and light gray. As he sees you approach and stands up, "Greetings. I am Thrico Minaki Baruch. Welcome to the Temple of Bahamut." And who speaks Draconic again? It was Arthrax and Eldrath, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you two would know this. However, I'm going to need everybody else to roll history at disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Not great.
14.
14? Okay.
Alright. Let's get started.
You can do this, don't you?
I need to really
Double
think
nat
hard
20,
about
come
my
on.
history.
Double nat 20. I
Come on,
want
let's
it.
go.
Do it.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
What's a history?
Sacrifices.
We're going to manifest it one of these days.
Manifest.
Double 20 at disadvantage.
Jesse and Olia, unfortunately, don't get the reference. Cassidy, you remember something about the name Thrico Minaki? It's not a name, rather. It's more of a title. However, Arthrax and Eldrath both recognize this as a title that translates to one without a clan. And it is strictly a title given to those who have been exiled.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, it's good to meet the group that recovered the artifact for us.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's the artifact over there.
Yes, the Platinum Chain, one of the many holy artifacts of Bahamut.
Did Cassidy have any knowledge on the platinum chain prior to this? I think Zir may have said something in Daggerford.
You have seen it. However, the full details of it, you're not certain.
Okay.
Oh, that one was close. Fair warning, my power may go out.
Oh
So
no.
here, that's why.
Oof.
We literally, that thunderstrike was close enough that it caused static on my headphones.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like there was a flash and I heard a tingle in my ears.
Don't get electrocuted.
Yike. Please be safe.
I mean, they're wireless headphones, and that's what it would be. It would be the electromagnetic
Yeah.
interference from the lightning strike. But
Well, it seems like your magic is getting a little chaotic.
oh,
Oh.
shush.
But
Nice.
Sorry, had to.
The human sitting in one of the chairs stands up and holds out his hand to Jesse. Good to see you again.
Likewise, and I will obviously firm handshake.
And he looks to everybody else. Name's Carlin Amethel, and I'm going to be spearheading this investigation, at least from this location. We do still have a few operatives out there at the moment looking into this, but right now, if you got questions or answers for me, I'm the guy. So, and of course, you know Nesm, as he hooks a thumb to the half-elf next to him.
Good to see you again.
Hey,
Cassidy
glad.
raises her hand. I don't know any of these folks.
Oh, sorry. As Nesm reaches over and shakes your hand, my name is Nesm. I work with Leosin Erlanthar. He's one of the lead investigators of this situation that we're looking into at the moment. You are
Cassidy. Cassidy Rose Wheelwright.
as Carlin reaches into his leather armor and pulls out a sheet of paper and flips it open. Cassidy Wheelwright now goes by Cassidy Rose, formerly of the Wheelwright gun manufacturer family, and seems that you lost the forge after your father's death. Sorry to hear about that. That's all I got on you, though.
At all of that, Cassie just like narrows her eyes a little bit, and she says, "That's a little bit awkward, just vomiting all that information up in front of someone like that."
It's almost like I'm a spy or something.
Damn.
Yeah,
Look, I don't
Laughing
I
was
don't
out.
get. Look, here's the thing. This whole thing is awful, and the number of people who've got some skin in the game at this point is insane. So, I'm gonna check you guys out. So nothing personal. It's just my job. We
Alright.
square? Anything we need to air out now before we get to work?
Not right now, no.
All right, good. As Baruch just kind of shakes his head. Carlin, you are far too energetic in the morning for my tastes. Yeah, well, evil shit happening around me gives me energy, I guess. I don't know. What do you want?
Oh.
Anyway, have a seat. As
I heard that.
Damn.
they all, yeah, all the chairs moving.
They're getting close. They're getting very.
I heard that.
We got a Foley artist here. Come on, let's do this.
The ambiance is real.
So, as you all sit down and get a chance to introduce each other to everybody and go around, there is a general understanding that everybody here in this room does not talk about what happens outside of this room. As Carlin specifies, Zentarum have already started making moves, to my understanding. We've found out that they managed to get somebody inside the jail, spoke with that gnome that you guys were having trouble with, Silver something,
Gleam Silver.
Gleam Silver, that lady, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's scowling as she says the name.
Yeah, so
Happy either.
I don't know exactly what all she has been able to tell them. We don't really have a full, intel report on what she knew. Hopefully we can all fill in the gaps there with this little meeting here. And also we can decide how we're going to move forward. I'll go ahead and go first, just going over what I have, and you guys can fill me in if there's anything that you know. As he reaches into his armor again and pulls out a few more pieces of paper and starts flipping through them. All right, well, what we know right now is that this is a separatist movement within the Cult of the Dragon, a splinter group of sorts. We know there's a group at the top, the Inner Circles of Worm Speakers, I think is what it's called. One of whom is that black-scaled half-dragon bitch, Resmir. I think you guys had some interactions, or maybe not interactions, but some dealings with.
We're aware.
Okay.
I'm afraid you're going to have to fill me in on this. My apologies for slowing down the conversation for everyone else, but
no, it's fine. This is what we're here for. Resmir, to what we understand, is what is known as a worm speaker. A worm speaker is a high-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon. Usually these are the people who interact directly with dragons. They're the people who speak to them. Resmir themselves is a half-dragon specifically, and we are not certain the lineage that she comes from, other than the fact that it is a black chromatic, and that means that she is probably one of the more dangerous half-dragons out there.
Was I on a different microphone until just now?
Maybe.
Well, I didn't
Hadn't
know.
heard
If you were talking, I didn't hear you.
No, I muted on my Go XLR and I was noticing audio was still getting through. I was confused.
We do know that Resmir was working with the Frulam Mondoth, another person who seemed to be a worm speaker in training. Their body was found in Baldur's Gate. I'm not certain if you were aware of that. I believe you were. I had something in here that
Oh yeah.
they had. Yeah, okay, good. I'll just cross that out then.
Yeah, she's not gonna be an issue anymore.
Yeah, we figured. Now, we have yet to find the others who are in the inner circle. We think that they have a good number of people following them, however. It seems that there are plenty of true zealots as well as opportunists about to, bolster their numbers into a legitimate threat. So, from what we gathered from operatives across the Swords Coast, they are operating out of just about every major port and shipping depot. Seems that they had been using someone else to ship items. We don't know if they're a member or a patsy, but either way, someone has been helping them move contraband.
I think that's where our caravan comes in. There were
Yeah.
a
Well,
number
I
of
mean,
you probably know this already, but
well, yeah, the caravan's an issue, yeah, but that part we knew. But this is probably the first time we had heard of the cult actually moving items themselves. But judging by what you guys told us was in there, kind of makes sense.
Right.
But beforehand, there was definitely somebody who was operating some kind of surreptitious shipping for some of their contraband, and we're not really certain who was involved at this point. Frankly, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter at this point.
slight sigh of relief from Jess.
I need you to make a deception check.
Okay. Character sheet, where did you go? I'm still at... No,
15.
15.
All right. Carlin doesn't seem to notice.
Cool.
Nessum speaks up as well. We also believe that there are a few sympathizers within the local politics, but because of the way Waterdeep's Council of Lords is set up, we can't really confirm who is or isn't, since their identities are secret, other than the Open Lord, Laryl Silverhand, who we can say with confidence is against the cult. We also know that the Blackstaff to be working against the cult, as they have been working with us as best they can without, revealing our alliance, and that can't leave the room also, by the way. I would say everybody roll history. Jessica, you can roll at advantage.
19.
23.
It makes sense for Eldrath.
17.
Who? Eldrath's focus is elsewhere.
Yeah.
He's kind of honed
Also,
in
he's
on that.
hungover, so.
That
Yeah.
too. But he's stiff as a fucking board. He is not really moving, kind of doing anything particularly Eldrath-like.
He's like,
Yeah.
I
he's-
shouldn't be
He's
here.
being too good.
This is the closeted gay kid going to church. This is
Too real.
if I don't say anything,
Kinda
if I don't
literally.
move, they
If I
won't
don't
notice.
move, they won't notice me.
Don't let them see.
But no, Eldrath and Olia are none the wiser of this dynamic that is in Waterdeep. However, Jessica and Cassidy, both having been raised in metropolises, know a little bit about Waterdeep, especially Jessica being a citizen of Waterdeep. There is a Council of Lords, and only one person is publicly known to be on the Council of Lords. All the others are secret. They do not reveal that information to the public. This is done as a way to
What was
too
that?
real. Too real.
What? Nothing.
Too real.
I
Excuse
didn't
me.
even hear what it was, so probably for the best.
He said just like in real life. So
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
the Open Lord is the only one that is publicly known. That's Laryl Silverhand, a female elf who was elected to the position about 30 years ago. The Black Staff, however, is the most powerful wizard in Waterdeep. They are the person who handles all the magical problems in Waterdeep. If anything goes wrong, the Black Staff is there. And the Black Staff is beholden to the Open Lord and nobody else. So the fact that the Black Staff has been working with the Harpers is a good thing.
Hooray.
Nice.
Then Baruch speaks up. We have also been attacked by several members of the cult over the last few months. Our temple here in Waterdeep has always been a secret since Waterdeep's history with dragons has been troubled, at best. Our sister temple in Candle Keep, unfortunately, was not hidden and was attacked first. We believe this is where the cult got their hand on the Platinum Hammer, the 7 fallen stars.
At that, Cassidy looks over, makes eye contact with Arthurax.
And he nods with her. The hammer was probably with them while we were traveling with the caravan.
This is disturbing. If it is possible to retrieve, it is better that it not be in their possession.
Well, I don't think that they had a chance to offload it since they've been in Waterdeep. At least unless last time we checked.
This is good news, but hopefully we will be able to retrieve it before it's too late. We have had a little bit of luck, however, with defectors of the cult who have joined the temple. Their knowledge, however, is limited. We do know of their hierarchy of sorts. There are the initiates, the acolytes, dragon claws, dragon wings, dragon fangs, dragon souls, and then the leaders, the worm speakers. It would seem that the inner circle of worm speakers is spearheading this endeavor of theirs. At best, they have taken those already under them and redirected their efforts. At worst, they have convinced their underlings to believe in this cause. And he lowers his gaze for a second and then looks back at all of you with a very serious look on his face. If Tiamat can be released from the 9 hells, it would mean a dark age for everyone who does not kneel to her rule.
And you figure they got a good shot at doing it.
It is hard to believe that they do, but I do not believe that they would make such movements if they didn't believe that they could.
And that's what's dangerous. Whether they can do it or not, they believe they can.
Mhm. People trying will really push the envelope for what are the limits.
Yes. And more people will suffer if they continue. As Carlin clears his throat, that's kind of where we're coming in here, so anything you guys know that might help speed things up a little bit, definitely helpful.
Dana, refresh me. Whereabouts did I meet everybody? It was on the way from Dragonspear to Daggerford, right? Along the tradeway?
That's
Like
correct,
about
yes.
About halfway through?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mr. Carlin, Mr. Hammerfell, you probably already know, but I had hooked up with these fine folks between Dragonspear and Daggerford. Anything before that, you'd have to ask them. But from what they told me, and she looks back to everybody, this is some serious shit. And I don't really like the idea of having the world go away. So I made a promise to them to help them out, and I guess that extends to you, if they're working with you. Tell you what I know. I'm hoping after all this, you might be able to give me a hand with something.
Certainly try. Depends on what it is. You know, we do have our mission, but anything I can do to help, a fair exchange of information is always fine with me.
She nods.
As you all, just for sake of brevity, going over all of the details that you have learned at this point, up to the location of a building that they are currently, as far as you know, parked outside of.
Eldrath doesn't say anything this whole entire time.
Just letting Cassidy say, okay.
Yes.
As Carlin makes a few notes, writing down a few things, and conversing with Nesm a couple of times, he just looks back to you and says, so, if we're to assume that they're going to be going somewhere else, if they're leaving from the North Gate, it's safe to assume that they're heading towards Neverwinter. But the thing is that, to my understanding, at least, Bodrish, you said that there isn't a temple in Neverwinter. As Bodrish shakes his head, it's like, there is not. We never had set one up there. Okay, well, at least it's not another artifact, I guess, but there's really not much in Neverwinter at the moment. Like, Face is basically a ghost town. I mean, ever since the eruption, so I don't know. Seems like a weird place to go.
Is there anything beyond Neverwinter that could be of interest?
I mean, maybe. I mean, that seems like a strange thing to do it all on land, though. I mean, at that point, it might have been easier just to get, you know, a boat or something. You know, this is a prime place to get a boat. There's plenty of people chartering their galleons out to the middle of nowhere. I mean, pirates all the time come through this area, so it would have been easy. I just don't understand why they're doing it on land.
Dana, can Cassidy give some insight because she lived in Neverwinter? Can she give some insight to this to try to figure out if there is something that she knows of that may not be common knowledge where they might want to go?
I'm going to say this would fall under just an intelligence check.
All right.
I don't think that there would be anything specific, like, learned other than things that you have experienced at this point. So,
That's
yeah,
fair.
straight intelligence.
13?
You have some knowledge of the path of the high road, even though you've never really traveled it, because your dad did back in the day before the eruption. And he had talked a lot about there used to be several buildings along the way that have now fallen into disuse, and some have mostly been abandoned. There were a couple of various homesteads. There were a couple of old castles that are now in ruins. There have been a couple of there's even a roadhouse or two along the way. So there are a couple of places they could go to. As far as why, that's still up in the air, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Neverwinter that they're heading to.
You know, my pa used to tell me about a whole bunch of places along the high road that before the eruption, people would be able to stay in as they were going back and forth. And he also mentioned a couple castles. Off the beaten path, I'd assume, but if you think about it, if they don't want to be found, they ain't going to be on the road. And if they want to not be noticed, they wouldn't probably go to bringing all that stuff to Neverwinter. What if they were looking for a place along the way as a junction, somewhere off the beaten track? Some place like one of those, well, I don't know if they have a temple or something now. Maybe they've converted one of the things where no one was going to check.
There's an idea. Yeah, I guess if, as he points over to Barush, if they're making temples, I guess it makes sense that they would make a temple for Tiamat. Yeah.
And if they don't want anyone to stumble across it, they're going to bring it off of the road.
That's a good point. That makes sense, actually, yeah. It would probably be a good place to gather together and look over all of the things that they've managed to gather, and for whatever reason that may be, but logistically that makes sense.
She stands up a little taller and a little bit more proud.
Okay, I think we have an idea then. We definitely want to follow up on the leads that we have at the moment. We're going to keep looking into the cult itself to see if we can learn more about this inner council or whatever it is. I think it would be best if you all kept following them, if that's all right.
I mean, it's worked for us so far.
Cool. And Leeson told me to give you this as he reaches into his side pouch and pulls out pouches of gold. 300 gold for each of you.
Whoa.
Oh,
Nice.
For services rendered.
thank
Is
you.
that including Cassidy, or
Yeah, including Cassidy.
she takes it a little bit weirded out on that? It's like, thank you.
Hey, you're putting your life on the line for us. I mean, this is hazard pay.
I ain't gonna lie on that.
We're adventurers. It's an occupational hazard.
Yeah, but still,
Oh, sorry,
if you're going to be putting your life on the line.
That was out of character. But How to Train Your
But if you-
Dragon reference.
If you're going to be putting your life on the line, I think it's only fair that you get a little something for your trouble,
Thank you,
All right.
Harlan.
Much obliged.
No problem. I think that's everything I had. Barush, did you have anything else? As Barush looks over everybody, and his gaze stops at Eldrath for a moment before going back to the others. The only thing I will say is that if there are other holy artifacts that they are looking for, then likely they are looking for the set of 3. The Platinum Chain, the Platinum Hammer, and the Platinum Guard. Oh, I
Platinum
forgot.
Guard would be a shield of some sort, maybe?
I forget, you are not of the temple. I'm sorry. Yes, the Platinum Guard was a shield that was, well, long ago, many centuries ago, it is said that the 3 items were forged for an aspect of Bahamut who led during the Dragon Wars. Unfortunately, they gave their life. The artifacts were kept amongst the temples. I can only assume that if they have the Platinum Hammer, they were trying to find the Platinum Chain. Chances are they're going to look for the Platinum Guard as well. The only thing is that I don't really know why they want those artifacts. You wouldn't need the whole set in order to get any use out of them. They weren't specially crafted. Well, I mean, they were forged by Dragonborn clerics, and they were imbued with divine magic from Bahamut himself, but they're largely just trinkets in the grand scheme of things, if still wholly significant to my people.
You'll have to forgive me because I didn't go to church or nothing, but this Tiamat you said and Bahamut, what's the connection between them?
Well, it is said that millennia ago they used to be one being. There was a great war with one of the old titans, now lost to history. However, during this battle, the two were separated from their one form. Bahamut was the embodiment of all that was good, and Tiamat, the embodiment of all that was evil. The two have been going back and forth at war for centuries, until Bahamut managed to seal Tiamat into the Nine Hells.
Think this might be some sort of vengeance thing? Like,
I can
hee-haw, I got your stuff?
I can only assume, but
I think Eldrath finally says something. He says, I just think he has a short fuse. Intraconic is what he says.
Rather excited.
What?
Baruch smirks a little bit. I think the most important thing to remember is that this magic that forged these items is of Bahamut, and it is Bahamut's magic that seals the Queen of Dragons.
Do you think they'd be wanting to use his magic to undo his magic?
It is a possibility, though I am not certain how. I would have to look into it, but the arcane has never really been my strong suit.
Well, if it is anything like the way my pa taught me how to infuse arcanic energy into items, I'm thinking that a break-in of it would probably disperse that energy quite violently.
It is possible. I would hope that they would not do that to such an important artifact, but
He'll do
I
anything
suppose
just to release her.
it would seem that way.
And I suppose if they're following Tiamat, not Bahamut, to them, the artifacts might not be that important. Relatively.
Maybe they look at them like they're keys to a lock.
Or chains
Tools
to
to be
break.
used.
Isn't very possible. I can only speculate, but I will look into it. This has been a very tense meeting, and I myself am finding myself a little bit peckish. I don't know about the rest of you. I will be.
Yeah. I did kind of lure everyone here on the promise of Nox breakfast.
In that
Wait.
case, let me go and fetch him.
Wait,
Nox
Nox?
here?
Finally, breakfast.
As Baruch stands up and walks off to the side to one of the far alcoves. Carlin folds up his notes and puts them back into his leather armor. It's like, yeah, I think that covers most everything that we had figured out and needed to learn. And I think from moving on, I think we already have a plan. So we'll just have to keep going with what we have so far.
Sounds like a good bet.
You wouldn't happen to have an inn for us to be able to get to another caravan to go north, would you?
Not really. I don't have that kind of a connection, unfortunately. I can ask around to see if anybody in the city might have something. I know Three Strings might have something. He might have an inn somewhere, but I'd have to ask. Nesm, you got anything? Nesm just shakes his head. No, I mostly work out of Candlekeep, so I don't really know anybody up here. Well, we'll figure something out. You're staying at the Yawning Portal for the moment,
Yes.
right? Okay, yeah, I'll just send somebody. I'll send Three Strings out there, and he'll be able to get that to you. So he works great as a messenger. So
Excellent.
you heard him play? He's actually pretty good.
Hmm.
We've heard.
He works
Actually,
best when not distracted, and
Not
Jess will just
accompanied.
kind of look at Eldrath.
Eldrath is standing closer to where the platinum chain is hanging and just staring at it.
As Baruch returns with Nock. Nock pushing a rolling cart filled with food. You can see bowls of rice with fried eggs, stir-fried vegetables, and cuts of what look like ham into little tiny cubes. Next to the bowls is a plate of what looks like bruschetta, long slices of bread rubbed with what Olia and Jessica could smell as olive oil, garlic, pepper, and tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
On the bottom of the cart are several kettles of hot water and a variety of tea bags and coffees, as well as fresh water. And Nock begins handing out bowls to everybody with forks and goes about making tea and coffee. As he hands the bowl to Olia and just smiles at you. Olia.
Yes? It's so kind. Man.
Hands the bowl to Jessica. Chaska.
Thank you, Knock.
To Cassidy. Kazdi.
Oh.
Knock, you little goober. How you doing?
My heart.
The boy.
A bowl. He hands a bowl to Arthurax. Says, Arthurax.
Thank you, little one.
And then he turns to see Eldrath standing over by the platinum chain and freezes.
Ox, you okay?
If you say that in common, he does not respond.
He'll try again in Draconic.
Hmm?
He'll
Oh.
say it again in Draconic, just to be sure.
Yes, I am okay. Thank you, Arthurax. As he goes back to handing out the food to everybody, and then smiling as he waits for everybody to try it to see if they like it.
He'll
Cassie,
take a
dig
bite.
in.
Yep.
He'll start
Digging
digging in.
And
Sounds
the
good.
rice is nice and fluffy. The eggs are cooked just slightly under easy, over easy. So there's just a little bit of that little bit of yolk coming down when you cut into it. The vegetables have nice spice to them, but nothing too over the top, but a good savory flavor to it. And the saltiness of the ham just kind of pulls it all together.
Oh my god, this is delicious.
As Nock looks a little confused and then looks over to Baruch and says to him in Draconic, "Could you help me understand them? I have never been able to speak to them properly." As Baruch nods and walks over and just puts a hand on Nock's shoulder. And you see the amulet that is around his neck light up for a second as Nock's eyes light up white and then fade back to their normal blue. And he looks at everybody and smiles. "Do you understand me now?"
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Yes, Knock.
Excellent. As he claps his hands and looks up to Baruch, "Thank you. That's so kind of you. I appreciate it." "Of course, Nock. I would do anything for you, Nock. You know this." I know. I'm not used to people being nice to me. But I'm happy that you were all here now. I'm glad to see you again.
It's really good to see you too, Nock.
We are honored.
And this food is damn good.
It's delicious.
Can say
Thank
that
you.
again.
When I was captured as a slave a long time ago, it was my job to cook, and it is a skill that I have kept, even if it came from bad origins.
You are a fantastic cook, Nock. This is real. This is way better than probably would have had at the yachting portal.
As he smiles and then turns to look towards Eldrath over by the altar, and looks back to Baruch. Does he have to be here? Well, the temple is open to everybody, Nock. You know this. Yes, but he, Nock, it's okay. As Nock goes quiet and goes back to making up tea and coffee for everybody, as Baruch walks over to Eldrath, and he sees you staring at the platinum chain. It's lovely, isn't it? He says in Draconic.
He's just speaking in common. This is just a contradiction in of itself.
Well, things are often contradictory when it comes to faith. It is our job as clerics
Tell
to
me,
guide people.
how many times have you spoken or seen your Bahamut?
Once.
Did you see the form that he wanted you to see, or did you see his true form?
I saw the true might of Bahamut that day. It would seem that you might have a few questions for me, young man. Would you care to talk?
Where is here?
Well, this is a temporary temple of Bahamut, but a temple is more than just a place. It is the people. And several of my people are here, hidden away from the cult of the dragon.
I just don't, there's... Eldrath will begin to head out and leave the temple itself.
You're always welcome if you would like to learn a few things, and perhaps we can discuss in the future.
Eldrath's gone.
As Nock watches as you leave and breathes a sigh of relief before turning back to everybody else. So I understand that you are looking into the bad people, the ones who worship the evil queen.
Yes, we followed them here.
I have had some experience with them myself. As he looks back over his shoulder towards the platinum chain, when that came into my possession,
Arthurax is gonna give Nock his bowl and just nod to the others. I'm gonna go see if Eldrath wants some company. And he'll
Okay.
head out.
All right.
I'll,
Holler if you need us.
I'll sort of take the bowl out of Nock's hand so he's not like awkwardly standing there with it, and just kind of sort of set it on a chair next to me.
as Baruch comes back over, and Nock looks up to him. Did you kick him out? No, of course not. He's free to come and go as he wishes. As Nock looks back down into the bowls that have been put back onto the cart, he is misguided. Well, Nock, it is our job as clerics to offer people guidance, even those that we may not wish to speak with sometimes. Nock just gathers up the bowls and puts them onto the cart. I will try my best. And begins to push them back towards to the other side of the cavern where the living quarters have been set up.
Cassie's gonna slide up next to Jesse and try to like whisper, "You know what that all was about?"
I'm honestly not sure. There's a lot that goes on in Eldrath's head that I'm not sure we're entirely meant to understand.
As Baruch sits down and crosses his hands onto his lap, I believe your friend has many voices shouting at him, and he's not sure which one to listen to. Understandable for somebody his age.
Well, the best we can do is try to show our support, try and help him filter through those voices, I guess. Be friends to him.
Of course. Ultimately, though, it is still his journey and his decision to make. Hopefully, he will find the path that works best for him.
Yeah.
As Eldrath, you are walking back up the tunnel to the atrium that you had walked into. As you hear somebody jogging up behind you.
Hey there.
Yes. What's up?
You doing okay?
Yeah.
Can I insight that?
I guess that's up to Eldrath, honestly, but don't see why not.
Good luck.
No. Oh, god damn it.
Oh no.
Ah! 21!
Got him!
Spider sense is tingling.
For once, you think you finally figured out Eldrath's tell. Something is definitely bothering him.
That's not gonna cut it this time. What's going on?
I somewhat expected to see here. I didn't know we were coming down here today. It's just a little sudden.
You really miss them, don't you?
Well, I viewed him as the other side of my coin. You understand? He was basically the opposite of what I stand for.
I get that. But the way I see it, you're not really much of a coin. You're more one side of a dice. A very complicated one. Just because we lost one side of it, we still have others to support us on all the other sides. What else were you thinking about? Because Nock froze up when you were staring at that chain.
Yes. I made a misjudgment in the past and gave him more information than I should have. So, that one was on me.
Oh. I see only two options here for this. You can either go back to the others and be with them, apologize if you feel like you need to, or we can go rob someone.
Wait, what?
We could go haggle if we want.
Is there a bank around here?
DM panics.
Obviously, he was joking. He was just doing it just to get him to smile.
Arthrax, ever since Greynest, have had visions. Not just visions, but conversations.
With who?
Tiamat. And Bahamut.
Well, that must be annoying.
I may be young, but I swear they are more children than I am.
Well, I'm here if you need help. I may know some religion, but I'm not religious myself.
When he says, when Arthrax is saying, "Oh, I'll help," Eldrath just gives him that look, like, really? How are you gonna deal with this? No.
Just know you're not
Arthrax.
alone in this. That's all.
You're barely a good rogue. I don't know how you're going to help me with this.
Oh, wow.
Shots fired.
No, I still haven't forgiven you. You bitch.
Someone else put you in your place.
I don't think I ever really have known that, what my place is, actually.
like I said, you're one side of the same dice. You're with us. That's the only place you really need to be in.
I'll just tell the rest of them I'm okay. I'll be at the inn.
Alright. Yep. Walk up to pat him on the shoulder a couple times, real quick, before turning around to head back to the others.
As you head back and meet up with the others, everybody has finished their breakfast. Nock has come back to talk with Jessica and Cassidy and discuss with them, describe their daily life now as a cleric in training. And I must learn all of the unspoken truths and be able to recite them. I've only gotten the first 4 so far, but I'm trying. I'm gonna get there.
So let me get this straight. They're unspoken truths, but you gotta recite them?
Yes. It is said that when, as he looks back to Baruch, and Baruch just gives him a smile and a little nod, it is said that when Bahamut was fighting in the Dragon Wars, he was a being of cold justice, but he outlined several beliefs that he acknowledged as unspoken truths, things that nobody says, but we all know to be true.
Ah.
There are 7 total. I'm still trying to learn all of them, but I know 4 of them. Do you want me to recite them?
Yeah, if you want some practice,
Sure.
I'm all ears.
As he clears his throat and stands up straight. The first unspoken truth. There is no justice without mercy. Justice without mercy is vengeance. The second unspoken truth. There is no punishment without forgiveness. Punishment without forgiveness is torture. There is no bravery without fear. Bravery without fear is foolishness. There is no... As he pauses, and Baruch kind of leans down as Nock just waves his hand. No, I got it. There is no resistance without oppression. Resistance without oppression is terrorism. That's all I remember right now.
Hey, you'll get there.
Nock,
You're
you've
doing
done
great so
quite
far.
well. You've learned 4 of them. That's nearly halfway there.
Cassidy's got this 1,000-yard stare as he was talking about the first 3 of those truths. He's like staring at the wall behind him.
The last 3, Baruch speaks up. There is no war without hatred. War without hatred is impossible. There is no victory without hope. Victory without hope is pointless. There is no peace without sacrifice. Peace without sacrifice is surrender. As Nock nods his head, yes. I've had trouble with those 3.
Cassidy blinks and shakes her head. Sorry, I was a little bit in thought there. Sounded real good, Nock. Real good.
As he smiles and he's like, would you, as he looks back to Baruch, can I give them a book? I suppose, if you think they wouldn't like it. As he rushes off to the room that has several crates of books and rustles around for a second, and then comes back holding a, not a thick book, but a medium-sized book, and handing it over to Cassidy. As it's written, the cover is written in Draconic,
Thanks, Naka. What's it say?
As he points to it and says, Bahamut and the Dragon Wars by Linksказtenor Varajin.
Cassidy opens the book and looks at the first page. Is it written in common?
It is actually written in Draconic.
She smiles gently and closes the book, hands it back to Nock. I'm afraid this is something my eyes can't read.
Well, we got a couple people in the group who can read Draconic.
Well, if they want to go ahead and read it, that's fine.
As Nock just nods and hands it over to Jessica.
And I will accept it.
It's a very good book. Baruch reads it to me sometimes.
We'll get one of the others to read it to us sometime. I think I'd like to hear that story.
As he smiles wide. I was not allowed to learn how to read, and now I'm trying. But words are hard.
Yeah, they trip all of us up sooner or later. You'll get it, though. Just keep at it. I know you got it in you.
As he smiles, and Baruch rests a hand on his shoulder. Nock, it is almost time for your morning prayers, and then we must begin our lessons. Yes. As he reaches out to hug Jessica.
I'll give a big old hug right back.
You'll come back, right?
Yes, you will.
And he runs over and tries to reach up to hug Olia, but manages to only get around his leg.
Yeah.
Aw.
He'll bend down after that attempt and go, "It's okay, little guy. You're gonna do great." Gives him a little nice tap on the back, but does it with like a couple fingers or like 3 or 4. Try not to press too hard.
Then he walks over to Cassidy, and you're more his size, so he's able to hug you pretty easily.
She gives him a firm hug, and in his like ear fin area, she just softly whispers, "Thanks for the reminder." And she lets go and smiles.
Nock pulls back and gives you a big grin, and then looks back to Baruch. It's like, I'm ready now. All right, well, let us go. I hope the rest of you have safe travel, and don't do anything too dangerous if you could avoid it.
We'll do our best.
Well, may Bahamut watch over you.
Thank you for everything.
As he walks away, leading Nock back to the living area. As Carlin stands up with Nezem, and all right, I think it's about time we start putting things in motion. Let's go ahead and get you guys back to the inn and see if we can find you, an inn with whatever that group is doing, the caravan. I don't know if it's a caravan or whatever, but we'll figure it out. We'll find out.
Mr.
As
Carlin,
he-
one more
Mhm.
quick thing before you leave.
Yeah? What you got?
When we were on the way, and this is something I may or may not have said, when we were on the way, the caravan master notified me of somebody who was possibly given weaponry or not given weaponry, but creating weaponry based off of my father's prototypes and designs. They mentioned someone named Boglock. Name ring familiar to you?
As he squints his eyes, let me roll for Carlin. He does have a character sheet.
Ooh.
Not that I don't think Boglock was supposed to be receiving it, but he was talking about somebody who was going to work on the road repair for it. Was supposed person that Aldrich talked to was supposed to report to this Boglock.
Half orc, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. Bog Luck. Bog Luck.
Bogluck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luck. All right.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Well, the only reason we know about him at this point is the fact that we've had him pegged as a smuggler. But we haven't really been able to nail anything to him, really. You know, we've been trying to get closer, but he's connected. We're not sure if he's connected with the Zentarum or Xanathar or somebody else, but he's got connections.
There's another possible player in this little game of theirs that I think you should know about if you don't already know. And she brings out the little cube and activates it to show the image of what she remembers of Xenevius Bronzespark. This is who I'm looking for. This is a little son of a bitch who stole my pa's plans. And what Aldrich said about the person who talked to him was that they saw a gnome looking like this waving around, and she takes out her pistol by the muzzle, just like holds it out, waving around something similar to this. I don't know if this is tied in.
Oh, I know that guy. I know
You
him.
know him.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where he is? Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Okay. You know what? Got priorities, you said so yourself. Deal with this, but if you can help me find this little son of a bitch, that will be more than enough recompense.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, as he points to the image of Bronzespark, because this son of a bitch has been actively working to pick up a few contracts with the city. Kind of a recent development, too. He's only been trying for the last, 6 months. And all I know is that I have seen his name come up on more bids for contracts than anybody else. He wants an in. He wants a foothold in Waterdeep, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let him have it. That said, I'm kind of limited in what I can do to him, you know.
If and after all this, there's a way for me to lend a hand, you know you got it. Son of a bitch stole from me and my pa, and basically cost him his life. I want him, and she stops for a moment, and she just slowly looks over to the platinum chain. I want justice.
Well, you get me Bronzespark, I'll get you your justice.
All right. She takes the cube, puts it away. Better let you go do your work.
Yep, got work to do. Let me lead you out. So as he begins to lead you out through the side exit entrance in the alley, Eldrath has already left the music store and has started to head back to the yawning portal. Unless you have something else you want to do, Eldrath?
Nope.
All right. So as you walk to the yawning portal and walk inside, you can see Arjan sitting at a table, eating a meager breakfast and drinking a morning ale.
Eldrath will give a courtesy nod towards Arjan, but he continues to where the rooms are.
All right. after a few minutes, about 10, 15 minutes or so, the rest of the group walks back into the yawning portal. And you see Arjan also sitting at his table, just finishing up his breakfast.
Howdy, Arjan.
Good morning. I was hoping to find you here, but when I came, you were already gone. I'd worried that you had left. The Wolfo Crick told me that you had a important meeting.
Yes, I had reserved a very special breakfast for the group.
As he looks down at his meager breakfast.
Sorry.
Aw.
It's all right. I was busy this morning as well. I should probably tell you what I have found. As he motions to the table for you all to sit. Then looks at the table and realizes, Eldrath. Where is Eldrath? Is he...
He ate something that upset him.
Well, I did see him go to the rooms earlier, but I assumed that was... Well, at any rate, we could
I
fill
want
him
to
in
myself.
later once he's feeling better. I went back to the Temple of Torm to try to find out more, if I could. That construction company that I thought was the one leading the construction of the high road, Mooncrest Construction, seems they were outbid about 6 months ago. There was a new company known as he looks down at a piece of paper, Bigum? Bigim? Seems to be a anagram or something.
Is that familiar to Cassidy at all?
Roll insight.
No.
You think in the back of your head, you're trying to see if you can remember anything like that. Bigum. Bigum is a really weird word, but no, nothing really comes to mind. But it would seem that they had won the contract for the high road, and they set up an office at that building that was up in that area. It seems that they're hiring laborers, teamsters, and guards. They have been shipping them out daily as well, from what the temple has been able to observe.
Do you know about what time?
It seems to be about noon every day.
About what time is it now? Do you know?
Just a little bit before noon.
Well, then we better motor, shouldn't we?
As Arjan holds up a hand, actually, I think we may be more beneficial to follow after that group. The road to the checkpoint that they have set up, apparently further, has already been tamed, so to speak. It is no longer wild marshlands, but there is a path now, so travel by foot is possible. It could be possible for us to go after them. We need not necessarily be part of the group.
So you're saying tail them?
Considering that we have already been marked by these people, it seems to behoove us to not draw attention to ourselves. Do not be mistaken, though. The high road is especially dangerous through the Mare of Dead Men. Well, dangerous to perhaps normal travelers, but people like us? Who knows?
So you're saying we give them a couple hours, let them go out, and then we just go ahead and trail behind.
Yes, I think between myself and Mr. Eldrath, we should be able to track them. It is a suggestion only. I do not wish to spearhead the group and tell you what to do. It is not my place.
I mean, we're always open to suggestions and ideas, so seems like a good one in this case.
Personally, I'd enjoy the idea of going with you. I think we got someone else working on another angle, though. But I think Arjan's idea makes sense.
Well, we do have some time until we are too far behind. I imagine that a caravan will only be able to travel so fast, whereas a group like us can keep a pretty decent pace. There's only 7 of us, if you count the horse. And then he looks over to Hopalong. Forgive me, 8.
I think he's still not allowed in the yawning portal.
Oh, that's
But
right.
Cassie will happily remind
be out
him.
by the stable.
She'll happily remind him. Now Hopalong will just be hurt. You forgot him.
I would have to apologize to Hopalong then.
She smiles and she winks. I'm just kidding.
At any rate, it would seem that they will be heading out soon. It is entirely possible we may be able to observe them.
All right. Sounds like a plan to me.
Excellent. I'm going to finish my breakfast. As he looks down at his
If you'd like,
simple porridge, and
I could order you something a little nicer. I don't mind.
it's
Would
all
you
right.
like something?
No, it is quite all right.
Are you sure? Get you some scrambled eggs, bacon and sausage. What are you feeling?
Please, there is no need to put yourself out on my behalf.
What's a few coin between friends, right?
Roll insight on Arjan.
Do better than me.
14.
That's better.
He doesn't show it very well, but he definitely seems happy at the idea that he has new friends,
Yeah.
Alright.
if you insist.
I just kind of smile, drum the table a little bit. I'll be right back. And walk over to the bar to get him a real breakfast.
All right.
While she does that, Cassie's going to turn to Arthrax and Olia. I'm thinking it might be a good idea just to see if we might stock up on a couple of provisions. I'm looking to get some potions of healing if they're available.
Right.
Well, I need to get more arrows anyway. I've been going low with what I've been having.
Yo.
Let me
Olia,
see.
you want to run with us or are you going to stay put?
Oh, I might as well. I'm trying to see how many arrows I have. It's like kind of fiddling through them.
Okay,
With that, Arthrax will open up the bag and just check it real quick. You got plenty, but more for your crossbow than for my bows.
Better safe than sorry.
She'll turn to Arjan. You enjoy your food. We'll be back soon. We're just gonna go grab a couple things and meet back up.
I will inform Eldrath of our plan when he feels better.
Right. She'll exit the yawning portal, go pick up Hopalong, and wait for the others to go along. So we just go shopping real quick.
Might as well just follow along.
All right.
And following last.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take our break there.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
So we'll see you all in about 5 to 10 minutes here. So go
Okay.
stretch your legs, get a bio break, get some water, do what you gotta do. I myself am going to use the facilities, so I will be back as well.
All right, we'll be
You-
back shortly.
Yep. Same
All
here.
right.
All right, back soon.
And I have returned.
And I return.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I got peanut butter filled pretzels.
I
Ooh.
return as well. Share.
Those
No.
are some
You
of my
know-
favorites.
It's funny. I don't like hard pretzels like at all. I can't stand it. But
Okay.
like soft pretzels, oh,
It's just how they're made. That's all.
like
Have you ever had Philadelphia pretzels? Philadelphia soft?
I can't say that I have, but
Oh.
like a fresh baked pretzel from like a pretzel stand
Oh, Auntie
or
Anne's.
or like a Wetzel's pretzels kind of deal or
Yeah.
like a pretzel bun on a burger. Oh, I love it. Now, there's one particular pretzel that I miss every day, and that's the sweet cream cheese pretzel at Magic Kingdom.
Hmm.
Over in Tomorrowland at the lunching pad, they have a sweet cream cheese. It's literally just a sweet cream cheese pretzel. It is a pretzel that is filled with like a cream cheese, and it's made of it's made of a sweet dough. Not quite like cake levels, but it's definitely sweeter than your typical like uh dark crusted pretzel.
Interesting.
But it's so good. It's
Always,
so rich. I usually have to split one.
whenever you bring up the Tomorrow World Epcot,
Mhm.
I always think of like when I was younger and we went to Disney World, and we were going as it was basically a camp thing, so we had a couple of chaperones and everything. And one of the chaperones that we had was he was a political exile from Cuba,
Uh-oh.
and we go to uh, I forget where it was exactly in the space. It's probably not there anymore. But there was a guy who was from like I think Nicaragua or Argentina, and he was carving statues out of vegetable ivory. And
Vegetable ivory? What is that?
yeah, so you know how like ivory is made from usually like elephant tusk or
Tusk,
whale
Yeah.
tusk. So you can make it out of like coconut.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's a more humane way of doing it, and obviously, it doesn't involve, slaughtering
Killing
animals in
animals.
order to get it.
Yeah.
So I was fascinated by this because I had a very big interest in gemology and like precious materials and things like that. So seeing somebody working with vegetable ivory was extremely fascinating to me. And I went and tried to talk to him. Guy did not speak a lick of English.
Oh no.
And I was so heartbroken because I really wanted to talk to this guy, so because I was so curious. And then I saw Raul, our chaperone, and I immediately was just like, wait a minute, he's from Cuba. He speaks Spanish.
Uh-oh.
So I just kind of hold up a finger to the guy to let him know 1 second, and then run over to Raul, grab him by the arm, and said, "Can you talk for me?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. What for?" And I said, "I really want to talk to this guy and understand what he does, but there's a language barrier." So he walked over there and acted as my translator as I talked with this guy for about 30 minutes. Like he was so happy to have somebody who could talk to him. And
Aw.
I was just like, I think I was so grateful for Raul for doing that for me because I learned so much from that guy. And I was just so happy to have the moment to communicate with him. And I thought it was a really magical moment. So yeah, that's always what I think of when you bring up like Tomorrow World and Epcot and all that.
Oh,
Nice.
Just a happy little memory.
a happy little place on earth.
I had
And
to
I
go
need
and
the
look
happy
up
little
vegetable
memories.
ivory on Wikipedia. This is fascinating.
It's cool stuff, yeah. But I needed a happy memory because I have slightly bad news
Uh-oh.
for people.
Hmm?
So I had a cardiologist appointment, two of them actually, last week. And they have determined that I have a irregular heartbeat condition. And while I was in the hospital, they took the EKG and they looked at my levels and everything. I have, according to the EKG at the time, I had a irregular heartbeat 25% of the time. The threshold for heart damage is 10%.
Ooh.
Oh.
So they're not certain, if this is what my baseline is. I've been on medication since. So tomorrow I am going back to the cardiologist, and they're going to slap another Holter monitor on me. So I'll be wearing that for a few days, so we can get an idea of what my actual base level is. If it's below the 10%, then medication works. That's it. If it's above the 10%, there's a possibility there may be a minor surgical procedure that needs to happen.
Oof.
Let me ask this: have you felt any different on the medication?
Yeah, it's definitely helped.
Okay.
I think the only downside here is that I am extremely conscious of my own heartbeat, and that is very disconcerting sometimes.
I mean, I think that may just be because you had it brought to your attention, and now
Oh
like
yeah,
you notice it a lot more.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, the procedure is though fairly simple. It wouldn't involve any like they wouldn't have to like open up my chest cavity or anything like that.
Right.
It would be a tube up my femoral artery into my heart, where they would cauterize the bad cells that are sending the bad signals. Uh, Basically, an 80% success rate. So pretty good.
Yeah.
And they said that while it wouldn't be a large or a really intense surgery or anything like that, I would be down for a week because they would be basically burning parts of my muscle wall of my heart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
hopefully that
Yeah.
doesn't need to happen. I will let everybody know once I know for sure. But
Well, I think I speak for everyone when we say our best wishes and thoughts with you on that. We hope it's below the 10%. We hope
I know,
Absolutely.
yeah,
it's very scary.
Mhm.
it is. And I've been trying to, I don't know, come to terms with it a little bit because I'm 36. This is, something that older people deal with, and I'm not, I'm not old.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's just kind of scary to think that you might have something basically akin to a ticking time bomb in your chest.
I had a friend who
I'm
last
sorry.
January had just died in his sleep. No, no precursor to it or anything, and it
Mm.
was apparently heart trouble. So, yeah,
That's why I'm glad that I have information now, and
Yeah.
I have a doctor that I'm working with who is able to give me information. Knowing that I have these options available to me is filling me with a lot more hope and a lot more, you know, calm, I guess. But it is still, it was a disconcerting conversation to say the least. Be like, yeah, hey, so your heart, if it isn't below this threshold, we've basically crossed over into heart failure. I'm like, oh, well,
Mm.
uh, let's not do that.
Hmm.
But hopefully everything will be well. I will keep everybody apprised of my health in case anything happens. So that's what I've been dealing with this week, and I'm happy to be here now, where I can just control the world and I don't have to worry about it for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just be
Ethan,
here where I am God.
Ethan, Saku, no more talk about bank robberies.
We don't need to
Mhm.
give Dana
We don't. No.
a heart attack.
Okay, what if it's not exactly a bank, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a bank.
What if it's a little old lady? Can we do that?
That'd be funny.
Oh no. Your old
We
lady.
All I
we
would
can
have to do is just go quiet after a couple of minutes, and they'd just be like, "What, Dana? Dana?
Oh
I
God,
mean-
Dana?"
don't you? Don't you do the cry wolf? Don't do that.
No,
No.
I would never.
I mean, we could.
All you have to do is
I could
just like
just.
mute
I could just steal
yourself
from
and sit
another
back and
like
wait.
vendor or something. Just as long as it's
No.
not the same one.
What, Ashley? Oh, what, baby? What, baby?
I honestly completely forgot the name of that vendor that we were making fun of. I just remember Dana's catchphrase of "my friends" or something like that.
Samel.
Thank you, Samel. Yeah, as long as it's not Samel.
Samel Adams.
Yeah. As long as it's not Samel that we're stealing from, I think we'll be fine.
Very good with the women.
That's my favorite character to that I've adapted from another game into this game.
I think you've told us before. I think
I
isn't
lo-
he like your oh god. He's your character that you like put into each game, right?
Not necessarily into each game, but
Okay.
Samel is a character that I played in a one-shot for a game called Exalted, where we were playing as normal humans, but then we exalt into basically demigods. So my whole thing is that Samel was a bartender, but he formerly worked as a apothecary. So he basically got tired of making medicines and poisons. He was like, I'm just going to make beer. And he did, and he ended up making really good stuff. But then the town that he was in got overrun by zombies, and he had this moment of realization that if he stayed hidden away, everybody in the town was going to die. Even if he survived, there would be nobody else to have at his bar. There would be no commerce, basically. And and also the community would be gone, which he hated the idea of because he loved the community. So he created a holy water akin potion of sorts out of beer ingredients in his larder. And then because he was able to roll high enough, he was able to make an actual holy water potion out of beer ingredients. Mixed it up by dipping his he had a mallet that he used to open up the bungs on barrels, and he basically mixed it up, made a holy hammer, and as he was running out there to help people, zombies attacked, and Samel decided it was his time to shine, jumped into action swinging his mallet, and all of a sudden bright golden light comes down. Samel becomes a demigod, and the mallet that he was carrying becomes a gigantic warhammer.
Damn.
And he just yells at the top of his lungs, "My friends, duck!" and then swings his hammer and just takes out like 7 zombies in one swing. So now whenever I play a game, I like to throw Samel in there just because he's just a favorite character of mine, and he's just so fun to play.
Understandable.
I put him into the superhero game once, and like I think he flirted with one of the player characters.
Oh no.
Like she came to get coffee from him, and he was just like, Miss Jess, I love you so much. You could always be wife number 4. But it was just fun to play that character, and I miss him already because he is just extra boisterous. Although Discord doesn't like it when I play him because it keeps every time I try to do his boisterous voice, it just cuts me off.
Discord's like,
My
no.
friend.
Yeah, I know, seriously. Because that's the gag. That is the gag for Samel, is that he just says "my friends" all the time.
So it would be really annoying to have to do this every time you wanted to do it, but you could try turning off like the noise canceling.
Yeah. It ended up being not worth the trouble, so just how it goes sometimes. But how's everybody feeling? Looking where the story has been going so far?
So far.
Mm-hmm.
We're having
Ups and
blast.
downs
Yeah.
and turnarounds.
Where am I?
You're in your room.
Poor Eldrath.
What happened? How did we get here?
This isn't my beautiful wife.
I was gonna do the same
And the
thing.
days go by.
I was gonna do the same. This is not my beautiful wife. As the days go by.
Oh,
I
my
am
lord.
literally doing the arm chop right now.
Oh yes.
Oh man.
All right. Well, is everybody ready to get back into it then?
Oh yeah.
I left my water bottle in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead and grab that. I will get us over there.
I was just finishing a quick dinner, so that's why it took so long.
No problem. No problem. Take your time. Take your time.
Yes.
We'll just get a couple of things going here.
I am powering through my hunger.
I am ready to shop.
I got my 64-ounce massive salmon pink double wall steel vacuum insulated water bottle.
Sick.
Fancy.
Only 15 bucks at Walmart. It's great.
Oh.
Also handy for carrying liquid nitrogen if you needed.
This is true.
On those really hot
Although
days.
I would probably trust like an actual thermos for that.
No, put nitroglycerin in it.
Well, that.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
well.
I wouldn't do that.
Mm,
On my side.
That's a bad idea.
Eldrath, that's how you start. That's how you make a bomb. Eldrath, I know.
Hi, NSA. Good to see
Yeah.
ya.
FBI has joined chat.
Hi.
Hey,
they're
I'm just trying to
busy.
get you more views.
They're busy. They're working on something in Florida. Some guy with some papers. I don't know. Something about that. I don't,
Oh, I've been
Uh,
raided.
don't, know,
Say what?
don't know anything about it.
Are they next to a gator?
Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
It might be Florida, man.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Anyhow,
Well,
Finally.
everybody's back and ready to get into it, I assume.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Right. Let's get back into it here. Pull up my notes. All right. So, you all have been given a little influx of money, and you have at least a few hours before you need to get going on the trail in hot pursuit.
before we leave the tavern,
Yes.
Cassidy would like to check in with Jesse real quick and just ask if there's anything that they need for her and the others to pick up on their behalf if she's sticking around to keep an eye on Eldrath.
Nothing I can think. I mean, health potions, crossbow bolts, probably. Just
All right.
it doesn't hurt to be extra prepared.
Gotcha. I'll see what I can swing. With that, she will grab Hopalong and lead Olia and Arthrax. Have they said that they know Waterdeep that well, or is Cassidy the only one who would have knowledge?
Well, Olia's a country bumpkin.
Mhm.
You never
no
know,
offense.
None taken.
Always good to ask.
Arthrax, I don't believe has been to Waterdeep specifically,
Not really.
but has some knowledge of Waterdeep just because of his background.
Reasons.
Okay. Okay. Well, Cassidy will lead them to where she knows. She might be able to get what she's looking for is, of course, some healing potions. She is also looking for a magic weapon of sorts, just like a melee weapon, something as a backup.
Okay.
Maybe like a magic dagger or short sword or something like that. Something she can use with her battlesmith ability.
Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, what do you want to track down first? Because being in Waterdeep, you have several specialized shops as well as several general shops. So, depending on what you're looking for to start off with, would determine where you're going.
She'll look to the others and just say, "Health potions first."
Why
Yeah.
not?
All right. She'll go to where she feels health potions can be sold. And
All right.
Hell.
As you head out and go further north into the North Ward, where there are several shops. You've been through the North Ward before. Most of the shops there haven't changed that much. There is both an apothecary who deals in typical medical herbs and tinctures and things like that. But there is also an alchemist. Specifically, the alchemist in question has been in the city for a long time. A certain gnome, actually, got his name right here. Brevis Thistlespring, who has been the proprietor at this store for about 30 years now.
I was almost like, when you said a certain gnome, I was like,
Yeah.
plot twist, Jim the Gleam server.
No,
I
nothing
was
like
thinking
that.
of a different gnome personally, but
Oh, true, that too.
I was just like wiggling in my chair, just like, oh god, no.
As But as you walk to this particular alchemical store, you can see that they are open and that there are several beakers and Bunsen burners and such that you can see through the windows.
Whoa. Man,
Looks like might be the place.
wonder what those things
Yeah.
do.
I ain't an alchemist by trade, but my impression is that they're tools just to be able to separate liquids into more useful liquids, combine them, do.
Just like mixing beer and stuff. Just like bartending, right?
I guess it's pretty close to that.
Maybe I should get some of
All
these
right.
things.
They're also a good place to get some dragon cabbage. Remember that he chuckles before entering the store?
What the hell's dragon cabbage?
Yeah.
And she
As
walks in after him.
a bell above the door rings, and you can hear somebody call out from the back, "Be with you in a moment." As you look about and see several potions lined up on shelves, as well as a few what look like alchemical tool sets on a few benches, as it appears that a few things are currently percolating and dripping down, and some are evaporating, some are just resting. There is one that's a particularly purple shade that seems to be bubbling.
Oh, that can't
But-
be good.
As walking out from the back is a gnome. As he looks up, it's like, "Ah, yes, welcome to Thistle Spring Alchemicals. How can I help you today?"
At this point, I wanted to note that, okay, so when he comes up, is he like basically up on a stool above a counter?
He's just walking out. He's on the ground at the moment, but he's
Oh, okay.
making his way to the counter.
All right. Is there room for Cassidy to bring Hopalong in?
Yeah, the
Okay.
open areas around the benches is big enough.
She'll stay mounted on top of Hopalong so that she's kind of got, at least right now, a height advantage over him. And just like look at him a little bit sternly. It's like, we're looking for health potions.
Those I have, indeed. Let me check my ledger. As he goes behind the counter and climbs up what looks like a small ladder and pulls a book out and flops it open. Let's see. Do you need the regulars or the graders?
Raiders would
prices
be
and-
more appropriate.
Well,
Let's see if you
let's
got-
see.
Prices for both, actually.
Well, 50 for the regulars, and it's 150 for the graders. However, if we could probably work out a bundle deal if you're looking to clear out my stock, of course.
Wow.
What kind of bundle deal?
Well, let's see. Let me look through my book here. I currently have 5 greater healing and looks like 6 regular healing. Let's see. 6, 50, 300, then 5. Well, tell you what, I can do 4 of the regular healing and 2 of the graders, and we'll call that an even 450. How's that sound?
Calculating.
Cassidy folds her arms. I'd like to see you go down to about 300, if that's all right.
Ooh.
We've lost another one.
All right, Eldrath.
Yes.
We've lost another one to the bartering side. No!
Yes.
Dang it!
Fuck!
Finally.
I'm gonna say roll persuasion. You don't have disadvantage or anything like that. You are of the same height,
Right.
in
Oh.
theory.
Don't miss asserted.
Mm,
Oh, well, that's quite a steep discount. I don't know if I could do that. Well, let's see. If I take it you are interested in the 4 healing and the 2 greater, then?
we're interested.
Okay, well, 300's a bit steep for me. However, I would do 400. 400 seems like a fair deal.
Wasn't that what you just mentioned before?
You said 450 before.
Oh, Olia did not
That's-
pay attention.
That is nice and everything, but you do want us to help clear out some of your shelves. So 300, yes, was steep.
I
How about we go more 350?
Guys, I could just pay the extra amount. You guys could pay that 300 or whatever you want. I could just pay the remaining
Cassidy
100.
holds up a finger to Olia. It's like, we got this.
Let mommy and daddy
oh
talk.
my god.
Okay.
It's a good thing
I'm-
Jessica's not here because her like merchant town upbringing sensibilities would just be like, pay the man what his work is worth.
Give him
Goddamn way.
Support your artists.
Exactly. Guys, tip your artists. Like actually, please.
In real, yes, do that,
Yes,
please.
in
IRL.
reality, ops.
Thanks. Special thanks to Cindy Aki, who is the one who made my PNG tuber thing here.
And for me, it
But,
is Saint Bullard for mine.
Dumb question, because I forgot because I didn't pay for it. Dana did. Who did Jessica's artwork?
That was also Cindy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Perfect.
Very nice.
I'm gonna need to get me some Cindy art.
I would say roll persuasion with advantage, just because you do have Cassidy helping you in this situation.
Quote
26.
unquote, help.
Oh!
Whoa.
Nice.
All right. You can see that the 350 was not what he was looking for when you say it, but he is also looking at the idea of a pretty decent sale. I will come down to 375, and that is the last offer that I will make. If you want it, you can take it. If not, I will find some other adventurers that are about to risk their lives and need a little bit of help.
He looks down to Tazel,
Do
or
it.
sorry, to Cassidy and goes, what do you think? We'll split it,
I
of
think-
course, but what do you think?
I think we can do business.
Olia's leaning in. Do it. Do it. Do it.
All right,
All right.
that's a good enough
Uh,
offer then.
How much do you need from Cassidy?
It'd be 187.5.
But wait, Eldrath rocks.
Eldrath rushes in. Wait a minute.
Hold on!
346.
Hold on.
$200.
200 gold.
This is why everybody
Um,
hates Eldrath.
I did that right. 375 divided by 2, 187.5.
375.
Y'all are
Are
just
we dividing
ignoring
it
that
by 2 or
Oli is
3?
there and willing
Two.
to help pay.
I can
Okay.
pay the whatever. You
Remember,
wanna do thirds?
each of the party got 300 gold this morning.
I
Yes.
could pay the
I
75
let-
or
Let's do it this way. 150 for Arthurax and Cassidy. 125 for Olia.
All
What?
right.
wait. Olia's
Actually, that's a little bit more.
Yeah.
IRL me
100,
knows it's
100.
wrong, but
Math is hard.
but Olia
Numbers.
doesn't know. Olia doesn't know.
We can do the 150 each, and then Olia does the 75.
Yeah.
You could have told
That'll do.
Olia it was 300 and he'd be like, okay.
He
Like,
looks over
damn,
to
potions
Olia.
are expensive.
He just looks over to Olia and go,
Yeah.
Olia, 75, please.
Okay.
We're getting some from Jesse too. So
And then he'll add his 150.
Love how I'm
Taking
being
150
volunteered
off
for
mine.
this.
Tribute.
All right. Go ahead and add 4 potions of healing to your inventory and 2 potions of greater healing.
He'll take the potions and add them to the bag of holding,
Okay.
so that way we have them all together.
yeah, we'll
Yay.
divvy them up when we get back.
Teamwork.
Excellent.
So 4 regulars and 2 greater.
I'm
Excellent.
having to pull up the damn calculator. Do this.
Yeah, that's the unfun part.
Oh.
I say you two drive a hard bargain, but you seem to know what you need. If there's anything else that I could provide for you, just let me know. I'm just watching a particular tincture at the moment to make sure that it doesn't go up in flames.
Cassidy leaves as he's talking.
Well, goodbye. Have a good day. As
Uh,
you start seeing some smoke coming from the back room, and he's like, "Oh no!" and runs off.
you better catch that, and then he's gonna just slightly jog out just to be safe in case anything happens. Let's go, Olia.
Yeah. Go, coming. He just starts to slowly back off and then eventually turns and runs.
As you close the door behind you and just hear a small.
Oof.
Couldn't have been that bad,
Thanks,
right?
Arthrax.
Hmm?
Thank you, Arthrax.
Oh, don't thank me. I should be thanking you. It's about time we got another haggler.
Well,
I might have some questions about that.
Jessica just suddenly and inexplicably has a headache.
he just turns to Olia. If we just bribe you with drinks, will you be okay?
Maybe. I feel like I should just pay the extra part of what you're not willing to pay, though. Wouldn't that be fair?
Look-
But
Look,
then there
if he
might be a
didn't- if
big
he-
shiny warhammer that you could probably get instead.
if he didn't think he could take care of it, Olia, he wouldn't have done it. He would have just refused.
But
He had that ability.
I guess.
All right.
Alright.
We got the potions. Let's go get some crossbow bolts and some arrows.
Yes.
Yeah. Cassidy is going to look specifically for like a weapons that would sell those and possibly have the magic weapon she's looking for.
All right. As
And Cassidy,
Mm.
probably best to leave Hopalon outside of the shops. You can use my back if you need to get some height.
I appreciate it, but it was kind of more of a, kind of a little bit of a tactic of mine.
Offer stones.
Street smarts.
Appreciate it. She will lead them to where she might know she can get the rest of this stuff.
all right. So what are you looking to get next?
Crossbow bolts for people, arrows for people, and like I was saying, if there's like a short sword or a dagger or a something, some martial weapon that Cassidy could realistically hold that is magic that she could use with her ability, so that she uses her intelligence instead of dexterity or anything. Barring
Okay.
that, she'll probably get like a rapier or something.
All right, sounds good.
They're fun.
So, walking through the North Ward, you do spot, of course, several other shops, several, general kind of weaponry. You do find another Lion Shield Coster, another bland, undecorated and very simple store, the Lion Shield Coster, but they do sell arrows as well as crossbow bolts for a copper apiece. Easy to pick those up.
How many would Jessica have said she might have needed?
I believe she said 4, but we could probably get her like 8.
Or
No, 4 copper is what the price was.
1 copper per.
1 copper.
Yeah.
arrow. Okay.
I mean, right now I'm carrying 20. I don't know if there's like a hard limit on how many you're supposed to be able to carry, but if not, I figured stocking up would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm
Not
pretty-
necessarily a hard limit, no.
Okay.
You can carry as many as you want, but they do have weight.
Wait, yeah.
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 But we also have the bag, which has some extra storage in it, so.
Each quiver can hold 20 arrows or 30 bolts.
Okay, well I'm sitting on 20 right now, so I could jump
10
up
more
to
bolts?
30.
You want 10 more bolts then?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay, I'll buy her 10 more bolts. That's what, a silver?
That would be a silver, yep.
And then how much for arrows?
Same price, 1 copper a piece.
Okay, so I'm gonna take 19 then. So that's
Okay.
gonna be like 9 copper. Oh, wait. All I have is 4 copper and a gold piece. How much would a gold piece really give?
Well, 1 gold piece is worth 10 silver. So
Or
they'd be able to
100
break
copper.
that up for you. Or 100 copper, so they'd be able to break that up for you.
Wow. That's a lot
Alright,
of
that works.
arrows.
All the arrows.
I could have all the arrows.
I'm just gonna take 19 arrows and just give them 1 gold piece for payment, and I'll just take the change.
Okay.
With 100
so you
arrows,
get-
I can just imagine Arthrax holding out like fistfuls of arrows everywhere, like one of those two-headed eagles on the crests
Oh,
of
yeah.
certain shields.
Uh,
And go into the bag.
You get 7 silver and 1 copper back.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Quick out of character question. Am I supposed
Yes.
to have bolts? I thought I have arrows. It says I have
For-
76 bolts.
You
Well,
have a heavy
crossbows
crossbow.
use bolts.
Mhm.
I need arrows.
Crossbows only use bolts. They don't use arrows.
Oh, I only have crossbolts.
You have,
Yeah,
you have a
so
heavy crossbow
very
with
helpful.
Yeah.
76 arrows.
Crossbow bolts are a little bit smaller and a little bit shorter because they're fired at a higher rate. So they basically compensate for their lack of aerodynamics with the fact that they're being launched faster. Whereas arrows are meant to be more aerodynamic and more accurate for distance.
Yeah.
You said how many copper and silver I get back? I'm sorry?
You get 7 silver and 1 copper.
1 silver, 1 copper. Thank you.
Quick out of character question: Has
Yes?
Cassidy ever seen Arthrax with the bag of holding, being able to use it in the way that would suggest it is a bag of holding?
Well, you were there when he got it, so
Yeah.
I was.
yeah, that
Yes,
was
the
one of the
games.
gifts or one of the prizes for the.
Oh, that's right. Dirt.
Yeah, for
okay.
shooting the arrows.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I forgot what I won.
I'm sorry, I'm old.
I won something. I forgot.
Do you want to get bolts for your crossbow?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about rounding up. I'm not sure if I need too many though. I already have like 76
Oh my
You have
76
goodness!
76
bolts?
arrows.
bolts.
You have arrows. 76 arrows.
No,
I
he has
actually have
bolts.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
bolts.
don't have
Oh.
any regular bow, so I just have bolts.
Oh, I wrote that down as arrows. My bad.
Yeah, I
correcting
messed you
that.
up. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
He's
Tough
just gonna run up and smack him anyway. Why do we care?
No, he takes all the arrows and just holds like a fistful of them and uses it like a multi-point dagger.
Oh my lord.
He will take the arrows around, tape them around the warhammer. 76 arrows! Ah!
That was
Gonna
my
do
other
that.
idea.
Great idea. Only
Fucking
a
lean
second
east
thinking
from
of it.
into the gray. God.
Wow.
I'm the artificer. If there's anybody to make an arrow-laden warhammer, it's Cassidy.
That might be helpful. Maybe I could get a second warhammer for that. Oya thinks if I could have 2 warhammers, I could hold 1 in each hand.
This is true.
Ooh. Does
Just
this
some
place
weed.
sell warhammers?
Oh my.
It does, yes. You don't have the feat that allows you to dual wield Warhammer specifically, but that is something that can be done in the future.
It's always
You
good
can
to
get
have
a
an
light-
extra.
If you have a another weapon in your offhand, it has to be it has to have the tag light. So you could get a throwing hammer.
Whoa.
A light hammer, I think, would also
Yeah, a light
qualify.
hammer.
I could
You could
throw
call
a
it, you could
hammer?
call it-
Wow.
It's just like a little small hammer.
Kind of like Mjolnir from Thor.
Yeah.
Or Hammer Brothers, I guess, from Mario.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
I guess, yeah. I probably will maybe get... How many should I get? 1 or 3? Are they returnable? Are they supposed to come back to you? Or you just throw them in?
No, they're just mundane, so they don't have that ability, sadly.
Maybe I should get a dozen.
Oh,
It's only a thinking. That is only a mindset. I probably would more likely just get 5 for now.
Light hammers are 2 gold apiece, so that's up to you.
I got a good amount of money.
oh no.
you have become the hammer brother.
Yeah, it's hammer time.
I can just see it just Olia just being ready and Arthrex is just tossing him hammers from the bag.
Give me my hammer.
They do have the thrown property, so yeah, you can throw these hammers.
Yes.
The most dangerous juggling act ever.
Oh yeah. Dear goodness.
I have 6 hands. It's worth it.
Oh my god.
14 divided by 2 carry. I'll just get 6. And I
Okay.
guess, yeah, whoever I'm supposed to ask. Excuse me, where can I get the throwy hammers?
As a human behind the counter just kind of looks at this gigantic hyena standing over him. On the wall over there?
Ooh, wow. Thank you so much, sir. He just,
Of course.
walks over there. Just, he's off by then.
Oh my lord.
You do clear out their stock if you buy 6.
Ooh. Sounds like a good deal.
All right.
Arthrex is gonna shake his head and open up the bag and just go, Olia, just drop him in here.
Okay. Just drops him in.
All right. That'll be 12 gold.
You got it, boss, sir. Pays the 12. Slams
All
on the
right.
table.
Those are 2 pounds apiece, by the way, Arthrex.
Alright, thank you.
It's gonna be a heavy bag. Man, I can't
Does
wait
this,
to use
place-
those things. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Does this place have any magic weapons for sale?
No, the buy and shield coster doesn't deal in magical weapons. We prefer selling only mundane weapons because of their consistency. We prefer a consistent product over a unpredictable one.
Guess it
Oh,
depends on
that's
who
right.
makes your magic items for predictability, but I get your business ideal.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll tip her hat and go off until she can find somebody who can accommodate her.
I think
And
I
we will
think
follow.
I think that was more intending to be like consistency in the products that are sold. As in, like, one week we have a hammer that, you know, turns people into potted plants.
All Cassidy was hearing was magic items are inconsistent, unpredictable, and like, that's what I work in, you doofus.
I want
Fair.
the funny magic items.
I want unpredictable, you dimwit. All right.
There.
This is boring.
It's funny. All right. So you're heading out to look for a perhaps magical weapon.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. You have a magical weapon in mind, like a style of weapon that you want.
A blade of some sort.
A
magical
blade of
blade.
some sort. Okay.
Something that a small character could use.
Sure. Okay.
Oh god, I don't like the way.
The way you said that.
It's like,
Okay.
see this one with this glowing black eye? Oh, I'll take it. What's the
I mean,
worst that
you
can
have
happen?
you have a shield with an eye on it.
I have
Oh.
a theme going.
I
I'm
wonder what this-
accessorizing.
Oh, look at this sword. This is an interesting sword. Picks up the sword. Yes, the souls of the innocent shall be mine. I don't like this one. It's a little heavy
Yeah.
for me, honestly.
Just,
Oh,
just drop
it's
it. Nope,
French.
I'm noping the hell out of there.
Swords are not my style.
But yes, go ahead and give me just an investigation check, just to look through the, just to do a little window shopping to see if you can find anything that piques your interest.
Ooh,
Peaked.
I'll take that.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad. Let's see here. Actually, yes. Yes, you do see a couple of items. Particular, there is a short sword that is a very bright colored metal. It's shining almost, and there's like a little bit of brass inlay, as well as a little bit of a Damascus metal look to it, appearing to be mixed steel with a little bit of copper or perhaps brass. You're not certain just from looking at it through the window.
She's going to take her gun real quick and just like turn a dial, which sets this little field going off, and she's going to use a spell slot and cast Detect Magic.
There is definitely magic coming off of that sword, and it appears to be evocation magic.
Interesting. She will go into the shop.
Are the ours
As-
to follow?
As you walk into the shop, there are several other items of varying degrees of complexity and intricacy. You start realizing, though, that this is not necessarily a magic item shop, more as it is a pawn shop.
Gotcha.
As stepping out behind the counter is a tall Goliath with dark gray skin, pupilless eyes, his head almost brushing against the ceiling.
Oh,
Hello. How can I help you?
Howdy, sir. Oh, I was interested in that little blade of yours in that window.
The one with the Damascus metal, yes?
That'd be it.
Ah, you have
Mind if I
quite
take
the
a look
eye.
at it?
Absolutely, as
He walks
Um,
over and picks it up and brings it over to the counter, where he puts it on top of a velvet pillow.
By any chance, have you been able to know exactly what this blade does?
Yes, we have the providence of it here.
As he pulls out a sheet of paper, which you note that he knows that the providence means that the price is probably a little bit higher.
What it Providence?
Where it came from.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. This one appears to be the light blade. This one, when you are holding it, sheds 20 feet of bright light with 20 feet of dim light after it. Also, any time you swing against anything that might be, shall we say, not alive, it'll hurt it a little bit more. It has a little bit of a holy element to it of sorts, but it is not an artifact.
Does it say, for Cassie, does it say anywhere in there that for mechanics purposes it is a magic weapon?
This is in fact a magical weapon, yes.
Okay.
You can already tell that just by your detect magic, that there is significant magic infused into this blade.
How much are you asking for this?
Oh, this one, I believe, was going for... This one was 400.
Had a lot of offers on it?
There have been a
Not again.
few.
Well,
You can roll insight if you want.
sure. Well, not my strong suit.
Despite his giant stature and his very intimidating height and size, he's not a very good liar.
oh,
You note that he seems a little nervous when you ask that, because that was a very good question to ask.
you look like a man who knows his business. I'd like to be able to pick this up, but you'll have to understand I'm a little bit, and she winks, short. about from that. What I can tell you is that I can offer you 200, and I will give that to you right now, and you can make that sale and be proud of your prowess.
Well, I do appreciate a good height joke. I think 200 may be a bit of a steep discount for this item. But you're right. I do want to get the sale. How about meet me in the middle here? 300.
She turns to Arthrex and Olea. Is this something you guys might be able to help me out with a little bit? So basically tap me.
Well, how about we make him a secondary optional offer? Do you have any
Jessica gets a
daggers of some?
nosebleed.
Do you have any daggers that can come back to the user's hand once thrown?
Ooh,
Allow me to check my inventory.
that sounds really cool.
As he
He was-
pulls out in his hand is a tiny book. As he starts flipping through it, pulling out little reading glasses as he bounces them on his nose, and
No, nothing of that nature. I could put in a special order, but that would take a few weeks.
Nah, unfortunately, we don't have that type of time. What's another good magical dagger that you got?
I don't really carry much in the ways of weapons of magical variety. Those tend to sell fairly quickly. This one has been in my possession for some time, but I don't see that I have any daggers at the moment. I have other things, however. Let me look through here. I have these, as he pulls out a set of goggles that have very dark lenses and what look like little gears on them to make the aperture of the lens to go wider or smaller.
What's that?
These are goggles of night. They allow you to see in the dark up to 60 feet or so.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How much you asking for them?
Oh, these go for about... these are about 250. Let's see. We have the light blade and the goggles of night. Normally 650. Would you be interested?
Well, admittedly, I was interested in the blade, but like I said, I was only able to come up with the 200.
We can be interested in it if you're okay with around 315
For both?
for both.
350.
As he takes the goggles back and puts them back under the counter.
I think that is not something I can do, sorry.
Well,
I'm still willing to work with you on the light blade, however.
All right, dagger it is then, or the blade. I'm sorry.
well,
300, and it's yours.
I'm gonna be honest. All I got it. I look around. Does he look like he got coffee cups?
If you're thinking about your bottomless,
Yeah, I want to
that-
I want to trade with that one.
unfortunately, the bottomless, the bottle of boundless coffee does not allow you to pour it out of the bottle.
No, I'm saying. Okay, never mind.
But you're
just asked-
seeing if
yeah,
he drinks coffee.
exactly. Thank you.
I would say go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can spot anything of that nature.
21?
Nice.
I mean, you see a couple of what look like teacups, a couple of larger mugs that seem to be his sized, You're not sure if those are supposed to be tankards for alcohol or if they're for tea or coffee. He does seem to be somebody who enjoys a good stiff drink, though.
Let me ask you, do you happen to like coffee?
It is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Well, how about we do a little bit of bartering along with it? She'll take out her bottle of boundless coffee.
Mm.
This will slake your thirst almost as often as you're gonna have them. Now, once in a blue moon, it needs an hour or so to recharge, but otherwise you can slug back as much of the bean juice as you want. You can't pour it out, you just pour it from here. If and you want, you can try it.
As he reaches out for the bottle and takes it, looks at it. It's a little small in his hand, but he opens it up, takes a whiff. Robust. And
I'm
then,
figuring just like you.
go ahead and roll me a straight charisma check on that. Just regular charisma.
Oh my god, why? Why do I
You do
do
it.
these things?
You can do it.
Well, it's about,
He-
that's average.
He smirks and just brings the bottle up to his lips and takes a sip.
Ah, that is quite good.
Tell you what I'd like to do. I
I'm
have
listening.
200 gold in my hand. And I will let you have that bottle and my 200 gold for that blade.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Come on.
You can do it.
Yes.
Yay.
I'm going to see if I can get it even better. I'm going to use my luck point.
Okay.
One more roll.
Yes.
It was still on advance. That was perception. That was not, sorry.
Oh.
It was not persuasion.
Got excited.
Okay, 18 it is. Gotta mark that off.
All right, you have a deal.
Fine deal.
At-
And she'll
As he reaches over the counter to shake your tiny hand.
shake one of his fingers. And I will delete the bottle of boundless coffee and 200 gold.
All right.
The bottle of boundless coffee.
No.
I know.
Unlimited
But
coffee.
I hate my coffee.
So
Well, she
you can
go ahead.
you can write that down as the light blade. Again, 20 feet of bright light when you draw it, followed by another 20 feet of dim light. And when you strike a undead creature, it deals an extra 1d6 of radiant damage. And of course, it is a short sword, so it has the light property. It also deals 1d6 slashing on its own.
Is it a +1?
It is a +1.
Excellent.
So you have a magical +1 short sword.
She tips her hat and says, "Enjoy your brew, and thank you too."
It has been a pleasure. You have a pleasant day.
And she'll walk off with the thing in her scabbard and smile proudly to the other two. That
You'll
was
walk
pretty
along with
damn-
her. You'll walk along with her and go, "Have a nice day."
I will be on the lookout for more daggers if you'd like to come back someday.
He waves for a thank you.
So, as you finish your shopping, we'll cut back to the yawning portal, where Arjan has been finishing up his much better breakfast, thanks to Jessica. You're too kind.
I don't mention it.
As he looks about the room, I have not seen Eldrath for a little bit. Did something happen?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the best one to explain it. You'd have a better chance of getting the whole story if you heard it from him. I think I'm gonna go check on him.
I shall accompany you.
All right. And stand up from the table, make sure the bar tab is paid for breakfast.
Go ahead and mark off 2 silver.
Okie dokie.
As you lead Arjan to one of the rooms that Eldrath has been using while you've been at the Yawning Portal.
Mhm. I'll just kind of gently. Eldrath, you in there? It's Jess and Arjan.
Yeah, hi. What's up?
Just kind of crack the door open. Is it okay if we come in for a little bit and talk?
Why, what's going on?
We just kind of wanted to update you on sort of what we were talking at the table when we got back, and just wanted to check on you, make sure you're doing okay.
Yes, what is the plan?
I'll just kind of.
Currently, the idea is that we may follow after the group just a few hours behind them, so that we may be able to see where they're headed without drawing too much attention to ourselves.
Okay. Was that all?
Yeah, I mean, kinda. Yeah, the others are out doing little shopping, stocking up on stuff before we head out again. But was there anything else you wanted to get before we went?
Eldrath shakes his head. I'm okay.
Okay. And Jessica will just kind of like look from Eldrath to Arjan and back. Arjan was a little worried about you, and I figured you guys could have a little chat in Draconic, and she's doing like finger guns at Eldrath. I'm gonna let you two talk for a little bit, because Arjan here was worried about you. Just kind of pats him on the back a little bit. I'll be in the lobby or in the tavern when you guys are ready to step out. Okay. I'll just kind of back out of the room, close it.
This is so...
I'll let
As,
Eldrath lead up talking about this whole thing. It's like not my area of expertise.
Arjan just looks at Jesse as they leave, closing the door, and then looks back at Eldrath and quirks an eyebrow. It would seem that I missed a few things.
I guess so, because even that was weird to me.
Your friends mean well. They worry about you.
A bit too blindly sometimes, I would say.
As he walks over to where you're sitting and just reaches over, just gives you a rustle of the hair as he looks out the window. Yeah, man, I think that you will come to learn that having people who worry about you is sometimes a wonderful feeling. But then again, I'm sure you know this. I'm sure your family worries about you being on this mission of yours.
I know that at least one of them does.
As he sits down on the window ledge and just looking out the window as he smiles and
mother or father?
Well, my mother was very by the books. Um, she cared deeply about the clan, more than I would say her family.
Ah, yes. Many of the Dragonborn clans have that philosophy. The clan above all else.
Hmm. I May I show you something?
Of course.
So Eldrath is sitting up now on his bed, and he like brushes off his coat and opens up to show off the markings on his chest.
Ah. I see. Are you beholden to that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Okay. My whole life, I have been brought up as this beacon of sort for my mother and the clan. I've spoken with her. And he kind of gestures towards the symbol. I don't see her as this evil thing everyone keeps saying she is.
As Arjan just stands there patiently, listening to you as you try to find the words.
I was never told much about, or anything about, the Platinum Dragon, or the dealings that they had. I was always just told that she was unjustly imprisoned.
You have doubts now.
I can't believe one side or the other at this point.
When my daughter was very young, she was to be raised by her egg mother, and she and I split off after doing what we needed to make her. My mate is very patient with me. My daughter sees me and her mother arguing, and I'm certain that if she were to ask either of us, the other would be wrong, and we would be right. It is often the truth is somewhere in the middle. I would seem to think that you were caught in between two sides that both claim to be, well, right. But you know that that can't be true.
Just slowly shakes his head. Yes.
He walks over to you and just puts a hand on your shoulder, giving it a little bit of a squeeze. Eldrath, the things that you need to figure out for yourself are just that. Things that you need to figure out for yourself. But that doesn't mean you have to do it alone. There are always people around you. You have your friends, you have me. We can talk about this at another time. I know that this has been a lot for you. But know that I do not judge. Well, as he smirks a bit, I try not to judge. I don't really have much room to throw stones, considering the things that I've done in the past. But I do believe that everybody has a path. And I do believe that everybody has to find that path themselves. This is only a moment from your entire journey. I would advise you not to let it shake your foundation too much. If nothing else, you have a very good family here, as well as, well, someone back home.
I will think on this.
Yes. Well, we'll be traveling later. You'll have plenty of time to think. And then when we get to camp at night, we can discuss if you're feeling up to it.
Okay. That's fine.
As he pats your shoulder and looks down at you, smiling. I suppose it's a bit strange that while I'm so distant from my daughter, that I found myself close to you, Eldrath.
Well, you do remind me of someone.
Well, let's go get you a drink before we hit the road.
And Eldrath will follow.
As the rest of the party, having been out and about, gathering a few items, convenes in the tavern of the Yawning Portal, finding Jesse sitting nervously, looking towards the inn, wondering what happened. Hopefully everything's okay.
Eldrath will like to sneak.
Uh-oh.
Sneak on who?
On Jesse.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Jessica, what is your passive perception?
11.
Well,
We got a lot of one-ups today, I'm just saying right now.
Ooh.
We've had a lot of
Just
one-ups.
squeaking by.
Yep. All right. You are able to sneak up behind Jessica without her noticing.
I'll just say in Draconic something akin to Wolfie, but I'll say it like in Jesse's ear.
Ah! Jeez. What are you doing? Oh. Fuck, don't scare me like that. Shit. Well, I'm going to assume by your playful demeanor here, but you're doing all right. You're feeling okay.
Always.
Insight.
As
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
ties go to the defender.
Okay. It's like I'm not sure if I believe you, but I guess I believe you. But okay, I just I worry about you.
Well, I need a drink.
It's
And
like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Arjan was the one that offered it to me.
As Arjan just shrugs. I drink this early.
Okay, all right.
I mean, your body processes alcohol at the same rate any time of day. I don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As you see the rest of the group filtering in,
I will
Cassidy
wave
carrying
them over.
a interestingly new weapon.
Oh, what do we have here?
howdy. Well, this little sucker's called a light blade.
How
If we come against
original.
any undead kind of creatures, this does a little extra damage, and it's like a torch.
Nice.
And she'll unsheath it.
As a bright light sheds from the blade.
Whoa!
Well,
The Day Star, no!
you probably don't want to use that if you're trying to, sneak.
Well, it ain't there for sneaking; it's there for seeing. I
well,
can't.
right
And
now
she
we
wasn't
can't
the one
see.
sneaking up on me.
All right.
Eldrath.
Just puts it back in.
It's not my fault you can't hear.
What?
Oh,
there
we
something
scored
going
some,
on? Okay.
No. Just our party jester decided to sneak up on me and try and scare me.
Which
You
I
did that without me?
Yes.
Come on.
You know, Arjan, that morning
Hmm?
drink is suddenly looking very appealing.
Speaking of drinks, we did pick up some healing potions, folks.
Oh, cool.
She'll gesture to Arthrax.
He'll open up his bag and pull out the 4 regulars and 2 greater potions.
You guys really did stock up. All right.
No, not just that, but we found out we have one more haggler on our team.
Just kind of slowly stares at Cassidy with like this
Cassie's
with
giving
like this not you two look on her face.
biggest shit-eating grin you ever saw.
And Eldrath is doing the same thing, slowly looking at Cassidy, but it's it's a oh, you too kind of look.
Olia just is in the middle of it. I get the feeling this isn't good. Is it not good?
Olia, do you want the drink? Yes.
Sure,
I
yeah.
wanted. And at that
drink
point,
sounds
Jessica's
great.
just gonna stand up and walk to the bar and just be like, "An ale, please."
Yes. I get 2.
As Durnan pours out 2 ales for you and passes them out. As Arjan, looking at everybody, we should probably make our way towards that particular business. We may want to speak with them to try to learn a few things, if possible.
Jessica's
Right.
already starting to tip back the ale, but she like kind of nods through her drink. Just like,
Cassidy will go up to Jessica and just like, are we supposed to wait for anybody else to come here before we go off?
I don't believe so. We're not leaving the city just yet.
I
But
thought
that
thought
does
somebody was
remind me.
I thought somebody was supposed to meet us here with information.
Oh yeah, 3-string.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but that
as
does
you look
remind me.
around the tavern, Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Just her or both of us?
Whoever's looking.
I'll look.
Well, it ain't looking. He's drinking.
Oh, look. I have
So is
nothing going on.
Jessica, apparently.
Make sure it's normal. 7. Nope.
Everyone's just looking at drinks.
I just don't care.
That too.
Unfortunately, no, you don't see 3 strings anywhere nearby. You do know, Jessica, that from your experience the other night, it seems that Durnan and 3 strings know each other pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you don't seem to see him around and don't really know where he is.
Durnan's the barkeep, right?
Bartender and owner.
Yes. Jessica will turn to him and just when he's not busy talking to someone or anything, she'll just say, "You haven't happened to seen 3 strings this morning, have you?"
Not yet. He usually comes in around lunchtime, but he's usually here a little bit early so he can, as he holds up his hands and does finger quotes, tune up.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, thanks anyway. I'll just sort of turn back to the group and, I mean, I'm sure if he wants to find us, he can find us.
Maybe leave him a message.
Yeah, just, and she'll just kind of turn back, just be like, did you let him know we were looking for him? Just wanted to ask him something.
Sure, I can do that. What's your name?
Jesse.
Jesse? All right. I will let him know when I see him.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It does remind me, there is one other thing I need to check on before we leave the inn for the day. And, she will set down her half-finished ale, and head back to the room where she spent last night.
Cassidy slowly takes that half glass of ale and just lips it to her lips.
I don't mind.
Celebration to our newest haggler.
Are we gonna like follow her or something?
I ain't.
I'm just looking to see if Crick is still in the room or if he's headed back towards. I figure he's gonna head back towards the caravan outpost.
I
on
mean,
the
I
edge
don't
of
think
town.
his thighs are working after the last night.
Oh, shoot.
A little bit of that rubber leg going. No, you do find actually that Crick is in the room. He has been cleaning up and gathering up his items. He's back in his normal traveling gear. His fur is all mussed up again.
Okay. I will sort of open the door, give it a couple knocks. Hey, I'm back.
So he turns around and he brightens up immediately. His tail starts wagging fast, and he walks over to you and grabs you. Hey.
Hey. I just wanted to check in on you, see if you were still here. I figure you were probably gonna head back over to the caravans sooner or later.
Yeah, I told Fern the other night, that we were, going to be having a little bit of a date, and she told me that she wouldn't mind starting a little bit later. But yeah, as he looks out the window at the sun, he's like, it's getting close to noon. We probably should head out soon, though.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to come and try to catch you one more time before you headed out.
Yeah, that's great. Do you want to maybe walk to the caravan yards?
Can do that. Tell you what, why don't we let me drop back the group and let them know where I'm heading, and then we can head that direction. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good. Well, not good, but you know.
I know. But don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. She'll lean in for another smooch.
And he will not only give you a smooch, but pull you into a tight hug. It's like, all right, go.
Right back. she'll head out the door. Sort of look back as she heads to the door, give him a little ass wiggle, and then head out the door and close it. Then I will head back to the group and let everyone know, hey, guys, I'm going to accompany Crick back to the caravan yard. I will catch back up with you guys, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sure.
Be safe.
Oh, both y'all shut up. All right. I'll catch up with you guys in no time. See you soon.
All right.
And back to the room to pick up Crick.
So, while Jesse and Crick head off to the caravan yards, what does everybody else want to do?
Arthur's is just gonna tap the table and go, I'm gonna go pack up, so we're ready to get out.
Yeah, might as well pack.
I figure Arjan can let us know when he's ready to go, and unless anyone has any better ideas, follow his lead.
As Arjan gives a thumbs up while he's tilting his head back with a nail.
I think we'll be fine.
I like him more every day.
I'll just work on stomps.
Alright,
Right.
let's go, Leo. Let's pack up.
Cool. Let's do this.
As Jessica gathers Crick and the two head out down the street, Crick carrying his simple bag over his shoulder. So, I don't really like saying goodbyes at all. You know what I mean?
Jesse just kind of nods, holding hands with them as they walk. I totally get that. But this doesn't have to be goodbye.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just... You're doing something very dangerous and scary. And I know you can't tell me everything, and I get that, and I understand that completely, but it doesn't make me not worry.
I know. And I, of course, appreciate your concern. I wish I could tell you everything, and I will when I get back.
I'll be back in Waterdeep in about, say 9 months, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
There's that.
Yeah. And this is my home, so once all's said and done, I'll be back here. And I'll be watching out for you every day.
As he squeezes your hand and continues walking towards the caravan yards with you. Waterdeep's not a bad place to maybe settle down someday.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind introducing you to my parents.
He gets a little bit stiff at that. I mean, yeah, that'd be
They're
great.
they're good people. I think they'd like you.
Well, I mean, if they made you, I think I'll like them too.
Okay. I should just kind of like lean in and bump shoulders with him.
As he leans against you and just whispers softly, "You know I love you, right?"
Yeah. I love you too.
As you hold hands and walk the rest of the way quietly, enjoying each other's company. As you approach the caravan yards, you see Fern setting up the barding on her donkey and grabbing a few small crates and putting them in.
I'll just kind of wave as we approach. Hey, Fern.
As she gives you a knowing wave back. And she just kind of looks at Crick and just kind of gives him the shit-eating grin. As Crick blushes a little bit and looks away.
And Jess just pulls him even closer, hugs around his arm.
Well, I see that you two had a good night.
We did.
Hey, Jess, I know that it's a little awkward maybe, but you know, I mostly have sisters, and Crick's my brother and everything, and I guess I'm okay with another wolf brother. It seems pretty cool to me.
At that, Jess just kind of bites the bottom lip, and I mean, technically, I guess, yeah. You can ask him about those details later. She just kind of nods the head at Crick.
Fern raises an eyebrow and just looks over at Crick, and he's just like, do you need any help moving things into the cart there? Do we have everything? Is there anything that we need to anything heavy that you really need lifted right now, like right now at this moment? No, I think I got it all. Although I think that some of your guilt might be heavy enough to as he blushes at that.
Be nice to him.
She smacks Crick's arm. Hey, look. I am so happy that you found somebody that means so much to you, Crick, okay? And I'm going to tease you a lot, because that's my job as your older sister and all that. But don't forget that I am really happy for you too. All right, that's enough mushy stuff. I'm going to get the donkey ready. You two, as she wiggles her hands at the two of you, do what you need to do. I will be over here. As Crick throws his bag into the back of the cart and pulls you aside. I assure you the rest of my family is not nearly as annoying as she is.
Oh, she's fine, honestly.
Like, her younger sisters are actually a lot cooler than her. And,
Craig,
you know...
She loves you.
Yeah. Best family I've had. And, as he takes your hands and kisses the palms, and I have someone else that I can look forward to seeing again.
And same to you, hun.
As he pulls you closer and gives you a kiss.
Reciprocated, naturally.
And then pulls you into a tight hug, whispering into your ear, "Go kick their ass."
You know I will.
Okay.
And I'll do it thinking of you every day.
All right. I guess it's time to go.
Yeah. Travel safe, okay? Hopefully your trip back will be much less exciting.
We might get lucky that way. But be safe.
I will.
As he climbs into the cart and Fern takes her seat up front and grabs the
Hold it.
reins.
Hold it before you guys leave, and I'm gonna walk around the cart. Fern, I need a hug from you too.
Ah, get up here.
Hop up on there, just wrap my arms around her by the side, just pull her right in.
As you squeeze her as she muffles into your chest.
What was that? Let up a little bit.
Said you're invited to dinner when you get down to Candle Keep.
All right, I'll be there.
I hope you like vegetarian.
Yeah, I can deal with it. I'm sure it's delicious.
Try my best. If this lunk will eat it, I guess you will too, huh?
I mean, to be fair, I've been enjoying your cooking the entire trip up here, so I think I'm gonna enjoy it.
As Fern actually blushes a little bit at that. Right. Well, whatever you're up to, don't do anything stupid.
Oh well, no issues here. No guarantees for the rest of the group. But you guys have safe travels, all right? I'll see you soon.
As she snaps the reins of the donkey, and the two ride off down the streets of Waterdeep.
I just
Crick
kinda,
waves at you from the back of the cart.
and I'll wave right back. Blow a kiss.
As you are standing there, just taking a few moments to gather yourself. As you are standing there walking back into the streets, you hear a town crier walking through the streets. Juniper Darkfang under investigation for assisting cultists and criminals in transfer of contraband.
What?
As the crier just keeps walking through the streets calling out the same headline.
I do not say a word. Now is not the time to react. Now is absolutely not the time to react, but
Well, Jessica, you remember what Jamna had said when you confronted her. That she knew what your father had been up to. And you think of the fact that the Zentarum somehow got in to talk to Jamna.
shit.
It's pretty easy to put two and two together.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it. I will think the best foot forward at this point is to regroup. Hopefully,
Alright.
we will run into 3-string, and we can see if there's anything we can do about it with Harper's help as well. Because one wolf folk in white fur dye is not going to be able to solve that problem.
As you make your way back to the yawning portal to meet up with the rest of your group.
Oh, I had figured they would be going simultaneously. Like, wow, that was what I had intended to say.
Well, as you make your way back to reconvene with your group, that's actually where we're going to go ahead and end session for the night.
Okay.
Oh man.
The moment I heard my last name, just
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that was pretty much a record scratch moment.
Yep.
Should have just let Eldrath kill her.
We should have.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, we should have.
But then again, something worse might have happened for all we know.
Entirely possible. You don't know, but you made your choices, and this is what has occurred.
Yep.
Literal God knows.
But this happens, and only God knows. Yes, I do.
Like, I'm not saying that I have all of the answers. I'm just saying that I'm the one posing all the questions.
Uh-huh.
Stop having so many questions.
I'm just happy with Cassidy right now. That's all.
I speak wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart when I say, God damn it, not another bargain hunter shit.
You and me both, Dana. You
Cassidy,
and me both.
Eldrath, and
So
Arthurax. The
painful.
bargaining.
Okay,
Ugh.
I have to somewhat defend myself here. The reason for the first time was because he was a gnome, and she was trying to basically screw him over financially. That's why she went so low. The second time was because that was honestly all the money she had. She was trying desperately to be able to get that item for the money that she had to it. It's not just because she was greedy or anything like that.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
fine. You
Well,
know,
well,
you're not gonna freaking believe me.
No.
Roll insight, you bastards.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just sitting over here in little otter gremlin mode going,
See, what's also beautiful about this is it was Olia who has to pretty much suffer the entire shopping,
Yeah.
having two
Poor Olia.
bargainers.
just wants people to not do something, weird or wrong or aggressive. And
Okay, hang on. It is
people to
not
be nice to
wrong
each
if
other.
no blood is shed.
People should get what they deserve.
They still got their money. It was just less than what they wanted.
But what about what we deserve?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're the ones who are trying
Cassidy
to
was
save
trying to
this
get
world.
that gnome to get what he deserved.
Of course.
That's just gnomist.
Pretty much.
We're trying to save the world. We need all this shit a lot more than they do.
They could have sold it to somebody evil.
Exactly.
We're saving the world.
Somebody
that way.
rich and evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I will be calling it a night, so farewell.
you have a
Very
wonderful
well.
evening.
Good night.
Thank you for the game.
Yes, thank you,
Very
Dana.
much.
Of course. I am happy to always provide, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Have a good
You as
one.
well.
And you as well.
And you take care of yourself, okay?
Of course, will do.
Please
All right.
keep us updated.
Take care, guys.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I am going to go ahead and raid. I need to find somebody to raid. Let's look here. Who's out and about?
That
Shoot.
is an excellent question.
I need to look
Oh.
that up.
Kaz Wolter is playing Multiverses, I notice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good
He's been
one.
enjoying that game.
Okay.
Let's go say hi.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a friend I'm gonna raid. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
it's Kabu.
Dirk. It was who? Sorry?
Yeah. Their name is It's Kabu.
Pabu. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good seeing you again, and I hope you have a good night.
And the same to you too. Have a good night, Duff and Tag.
Good night, Dirk.
Night.
All right. So, as all.
So, on our end, as always, I want to thank everybody for watching. We don't have the music because it's part of the Discord group and I had to split off. So, sorry. We'll have a silent ending. Anyway, thank you all for coming tonight. So, until next time, take care, folks. All right, we're going to go raid Kabu. There you are, you silly guy.